Hey, hey, can you hear me now? Can you hear this? I see dots lighting up, green dots on Google Hangouts. And that makes me think. Oh my god, I can hear myself.
Okay. So turn that off. Lighting up. Oh, you can hear yourself.
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Google Hangouts. And that makes me think. Oh my god, I can hear myself.
I can hear myself. Here, let's. Okay, so one thing that I did was okay, this is confusing me. Pop out the chat. Let's close. Yeah, one thing that we did was we need to find out who we're going to invite to this hangout, because it's good to have extra people and that's fun. In fact, yeah.
Didn't you already do the keyword thing?
Yeah, I did the keyword thing, but then like 2 minutes in, somebody just posted the whole list.
Oh,
they just like copy pasted, you know.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So what are we gonna? Let's just invite some. The problem is I don't remember who are the cool animators.
Just invite everyone.
Let's invite everyone. Let's make this a public hangout. Here we go. Oh yeah, hangouts. How does this work? How can you make this? I thought they were public by default. Invite people. Oh, the link, right? Control C. Oh boy, let's post it into the comments.
Oh. Only join if you're a good animator.
Yes. Only join if you're a good animator.
I was thinking, if we want this live stream to contain something interesting that no one else has seen.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Why me?
So the story.
Do we turn our voice off?
Oh my god.
Or can we choose to turn it off?
I like chicken legs.
Hey,
Can we
what's
choose
good
to turn
in the
off our
hood? What's good in the hood? Oh yeah.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh god, that's loud. Oh god. Oh god, that's loud. Oh my god, that's loud. Ow.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, that's loud. Oh, my ears are still ringing.
Oh boy. That's fine.
Okay,
My ears are still ringing.
Which one is Michael?
The anime-looking one.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's
That was
so many people on here.
Hangout.
Yeah, it's pretty
chicken
good.
permission.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh. Oh.
Was it like a fractal?
How many people
Yeah,
are in this thing?
I don't know.
This much.
There's more than your age.
Oh wow, thanks. That's cool.
Spicy memes.
Wait, one
Spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Plus
You guys should see the storyboard. We were going to make videos for each one, but it's a lot of effort to just move little virtual camera to match the original episode.
I'd be willing to do that.
I've tried that. It's like.
Are you two brothers?
I don't know. Are they?
We're twins.
Oh
The
boy.
secret
You have a
is
brother?
revealed.
Okay,
Link.
stop. You're making my ears ring.
Sorry.
Speaking of
Spice,
brothers,
no
I found
boom.
this really old story called Brothers.
Ooh.
I just read that in 2
Just
seconds,
so
and I think that was the greatest thing I ever read.
Can you read this?
Me
Because I
as
can't
well.
read it.
No, can't read it.
It's too blurry.
Screen switching around.
How tall
Yeah.
are you?
Let me just read it first.
Says-
I don't know.
No.
Why
I
me?
don't- I need-
This
Why? Why wedding?
Oh, this is about Ron and Harold. Remember the really little people?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they're brothers.
Honnold, right?
Yeah, Honnold's the robot.
Which one of you two is taller?
I don't know.
You
Carrie
guys don't know about Ron and
his
Harold and
patriotism.
Honnold, but it was going to be the biggest thing. This was before BFDI. We had this idea.
Ron and Harold are brothers who
Ooh.
are only a few inches tall.
Wait, Juan and Harold? Is that what I was hearing?
After that,
What?
Pretty good.
he's a robot that's normal size and they live inside of him, but he malfunctions.
Yeah, I can tell.
What-
This is a drawing that I did. I think this is my design here. You see this? This is a Michael production.
Godzilla.
This is the robot that the three
That was
others run
self-portrait.
Harold live in.
Fifth
This
grade.
is how they function normally at school. But
all the time.
Do any of you guys remember the BFDI is back video?
That's my sleeping position.
do we remember?
No.
Yeah, people were
Oh
saying
yeah,
that the thing was going to,
BFDI is back.
yeah, people thought that the show was going to be rebooted, but but actually Michael was the only one that was actually animating it.
Ooh, can I?
And using a different style, and so everybody was just like, "Oh no, it's gonna get canceled! No!"
Remember the time
So-
when? Remember the time when Michael made an alternate account of my account?
No, I
Yes.
didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
I don't.
Please don't slap me.
We can eject people. Look at this. We have so much power.
Wait, how could,
Eject.
how could we not do that before?
Every single one of you, you have a little button that says eject. So at any time, we can throw you off.
Okay,
And so,
No
gotta
thanks.
be out of your best behavior.
go to the comments and the first thing
Okay.
We should
Oh,
do
yeah,
a quick
let's-
What's considered good
Who do we
behavior?
eject?
What's considered good behavior?
Being nice in the chat and talking
Yeah.
good. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna post a comment.
I don't really know.
Next name gets ejected.
No, that's not nice.
All right, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Eject the burger.
Oh, Burger, you're gone. You're gone.
No, they have to defend.
No, why?
Yeah,
Why?
Burger.
Why?
Explain to us
No.
why you have to be here.
Oh,
Prove
that's-
yourself innocent.
No, Michael, this is good.
I'm an animator, and all the way back in 2011, I was just joining the object community, and I
Okay,
was
that's-
learning about very new object shows.
You've already
And
proved
then I
yourself.
decided to join this.
You're,
Oh
you're
my
above
god!
and
Now people
beyond.
are calling me. People
But
are
so are
calling
you other
me.
people.
Oh crap! I'm getting spammed with calls on Skype. Oh no! They know they're gonna kill me.
Okay, let's
Oh.
go to the animation now.
Which one do you think two think is better? Hangouts or Skype? Just saying.
Hangouts.
Well, yeah,
Ooh.
probably.
Yay!
Because you could do everything at the same time on one part of the screen. It's like a call. And
My
then
friend
on
doesn't
the
like
other side,
Hangouts.
it's
He likes
That's
Skype
literally
better.
what Skype is.
Skype is like shady. I heard like it actually funnels traffic through your computer as like
Yeah.
some sort of relay.
And
Yeah,
like,
like,
I think
whenever
you
I'm
can do
calling
something on Hangouts that on Skype you have to pay for or something.
There's also
like
a bunch of-
whenever I'm on Skype and I'm calling something, it takes 2 minutes for Firefox to load or something.
Use Firefox.
You need to open up the stream.
Have you two ever heard of Undertale?
If it's directly broadcasting this,
I
or if
have.
it's
I was
broadcasting
trashed
that.
for like a month, and I got really mad at myself.
I get stuff from my computer.
Oh, that's a good idea. Why don't you go check?
Why am I the only
So-
one who's like face cam?
How many of you guys
Say
have gone through those source files?
I haven't.
I
I literally just downloaded Flash, and I still have no idea how to do it. I downloaded like a year ago, and I still have no idea how to use it.
Yeah, well, let me just
don't know how to do animation at all, but I love
It's like-
animation.
Is it showing?
said only good animators.
I'm a
watch.
3D animator and I'm terrible.
You have been eliminated from this hangout.
I've been animating for like a really long while, but
Oh, that's a.
What-
I need
I
that
can't hear what you're
in.
saying.
I've been switching to different softwares. I've been using Pencil, and then I use Toon Boom, then Anime Studio, and now
I used to
Flash.
miss myself.
I kept going.
I used MS Paint on Windows 95.
Same. Oh. I made the first MS Paint object show ever.
But-
It was the worst.
But then I realized that it was too childish, so I moved on to Kid Pics. Animating.
Kid Pics, come on and play with Kid Pics. Paint
You know,
it up, dry it up,
Time,
mix it up.
time for you
There it is.
non-animators. You,
I was
Don't
being
pick me, I'm an
sarcastic. I
animator.
actually
Don't kill me.
yeah, if you're an
Please don't kill
animator,
me.
you get to stay. Otherwise,
Okay,
Absolutely.
thank God.
Well, there's a 3D animator account.
Thank God.
3D animator counts.
Okay, good.
But
Okay.
3D
most
animator.
important part
I do both. I do both. I
is
do
that
both.
this interaction needs to provide value. So if
Okay.
you're not interested than BFDI. Don't watch BFDI. You're gonna have to get out.
I think everyone showed up here because they're interested.
BFDI is like the best thing ever on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice of you. Okay, the Michael.
Yeah.
Technically, it's better than everything on YouTube
I'm
at the
gonna
moment.
post a
Like,
link. Just like one last time, a link to where you're gonna find these FLAs because it's good that like it would be great if you could, like follow along.
BFDI is probably one of the best things on YouTube at
I
the
beat
moment
like
because
all
everything
52
else is
just
just
a link in the
levels
chat.
in
It's something
BFDI 5B.
completely different.
Only episode 1.
Yeah, it's just episode 1.
I beat all the levels in BFDI A5B.
Oh,
It was
that's great
so
to know.
hard.
Wait, Michael, it looks like you're facing the middle. Wait, no, you got a line. Wrong way. A line.
Hold on.
Michael, kiss yourself.
Hold on. I gotta get it head sized.
The problem is
What is-
sizes.
What is this?
No, kiss
that's
yourself.
creepy.
Oh yes,
Creepy.
I can do that. Wait, where is it?
Whoa!
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Double flag.
It looks so.
What? Wait, what are you doing?
It's like you. What? I don't even know how to explain this. It's just. See,
You have to go lower. Okay. But then I can't like lift my.
Oh, that's a lot of
Beautiful.
finals. Man, that was
This is
like the same ones from
beautiful.
last time. Cool.
And that's the stream. Thanks for watching.
No.
That was wonderful.
Time to... Oh. Is that a feature of Hangouts?
Yeah. It's,
I think we discovered something really cool.
no, that no. it's
Also,
gonna-
when
it's
Fiery
all-
lets Bommy, does
Let's not
Bommy
do that.
say, "Oh, Fiery, you lit my fuse. Oh no," in a very high pitched tone?
Are you a boy or a girl?
I'm a cosmic
Anyway, let's
brownie.
start the end.
I sexually identify as a telescope.
I really lit my fuse. Oh
Let's just go commentate.
no.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I can't do the stupid effects on them.
Do you
Which
guys hate?
BFDI?
Do you guys hate BFDI 1?
BFDI character do you like the best?
No, I don't hate any of the episodes. They're all
Okay.
like a learning
'Cause, like-
process. so-
Because like everybody that's making an object show is just like it's just like, oh hey, my first episode looks really good. A year later, oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of them.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Oh. Wait, I don't get one. What the
double party head.
Ba 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 ba
Stop it.
ba ba ba
gonna take that, Michael.
ba ba.
Kara, you better steal his party hat before he takes it
Oh,
away.
that's me.
There you go. That's more like it.
It's me.
Someone make a wish before they blow out the candles.
No one, because I don't have any wishes.
Because this is the
Yeah.
actual screen.
And the other one is like the.
I wish for infinite
Result.
wishes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll wish. Oh, wait a minute.
Leave it like this.
I want to see the
Yeah,
video
no.
of that. It's like someone wishes for infinite wishes,
I
and then the
think-
genie was like, "No."
I think we should get to the animation. We're going off.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're at the good idea.
we're at the animation now. So first of all, are you guys seeing this flash file?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
the
but-
animation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like your faces are like taking up half the screen.
I'm ready to learn
Like,
anime.
The screen is taking up half the screen,
Okay.
so I can't see anything at all.
It's cold.
It's like there's no way.
Okay,
Yeah,
this is
that's better. Much better. Much better.
Except there's a big. Okay, never mind.
That's much better. Like make it
Floating
go.
party hat.
Like make it go into the. Make it go into like the corner or something.
Oh, bottom left corner is best.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
All right.
See, it's much better this way.
Party hat. Oh, that's a nice poster in the background.
Yeah, see Google Hangout people icons. You're not as important.
There you go. Much better.
Okay, so this is the first scene I ever animated of BFDI. And
I feel like how you have the characters falling down. It's all intricate.
yeah,
And then like you got tired of it, so then they put up the announcer.
Yeah, well, this is before I knew how to animate like within a realistic time frame. I didn't know how
The
to do
only
it
thing I'm not very happy about is that just they were like the announcer teleported them into like these confined tubes, and then they were like thrown into the sky and then put on a platform and suspended over water, and then they're just like, oh, okay, we're completely fine now.
The announcer.
Were they not suffocating? I mean,
well, it's like the tube. It all came in through this side of the tube, so they're like moving
Yeah.
really fast, right? So they're not in the tube for that long.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a fun water slide.
That's what I
but
thought.
still, weren't they like thrown into the tube?
Dude, it's a
And then,
cartoon. Why are you
like-
questioning things?
Good.
So let me get this
It was
straight. They were
sucked up.
thrown
You know
to the tube, go
And
into
they-
like
and they
the
walked
fastest
into it
speed of
because they wanted
sound,
to
and then
Dream
they
Island.
dropped.
Like it was part of the contract. Like, they knew that they were doing it for a good cause, which is to get Dream Island. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, like, if you're animating a big crowd of people, like it's very inefficient to like have each one do an individual action.
Especially if like there's so much going on that like the viewer's not gonna see even a tenth of what you did.
Yeah, you want to be sure that the viewer is going to appreciate the work that you do. So don't put too much work into an animation that very few people are going to see. Actually, like I mean, if it's like really high quality and like you've got a lot of time, then I guess you could. But like making object shows, you know, people are always struggling to get it out like on a schedule. So if you do on a schedule, you got to kind of cut corners, I guess.
Pretty much.
It's definitely a really important thing to know how to manage your time, how to divvy up the effort that you put in. So I think, yeah, this is a really good see into the mind of a 12-year-old Carrie as he's, you know, placing these things, realizing it's not going so well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smash.
mine was a
Help
lot
each
better back
other.
then than it is now.
What? An alliance? I've got to join.
All right, let's.
Okay, let's talk about some other things.
Oh, I've got to join.
I used to be able to do like a really good
Gotta
tennis ball
respect.
voice, but now I don't remember how to do it. It was like
Oh no.
golf ball,
Hold
snap out of it, or something like that.
Wow, I'm really
Something was,
impressed.
like, kind of-
I'm actually like, that's better than me. Okay, I don't know, because I actually voiced tennis ball, so
I think
Like,
I make
I
an
guess I
okay
got it
needle
perfectly.
impression.
It was like really, really bad, but like I used to do it like when I was in like fourth grade. I used to do it like
I
perfectly.
wanted the water to be like to have waves, but I didn't want to have to deal with animating that like for any time the water's in the screen, right? Because I want to kind of
So like
treat it
you
as an
just
object.
just made a big water asset and then just like made it glide, kind of.
Yeah, it's a looping graphic. It's kind of locked right now.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think you should turn up your mic a bit more. It's a bit quiet.
Okay.
Does every individual leg and arm in this scene have a different like layer on the timeline? Because like
They're all grouped into graphics, right?
Yeah. Each character is a graphic.
Oh, we can mute everyone. We could do that.
No, I don't think we should do that. Oh,
Cool.
God. Is it louder
Oh.
now?
I used to
louder
be
than
an
everyone
adventurer
else.
like you until I took a
God.
needle to the knee.
It gets greener too. That's interesting.
Just like real mirrors.
that should
Also
be a
like the
wallpaper.
Matrix, too.
Yeah.
It's greener.
Okay. Enough distraction.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we should now be louder than everyone else, twice as loud.
Yeah,
Right.
Yep.
you're.
Okay, so I was just gonna say, graphics are incredibly useful in Flash if you want to kind of like compartmentalize animations. So this was a trick I didn't learn until around episode 9 or 10. But let's say you animate a character like doing some action, let's say jumping up and down in the middle of the screen, and you've got all your keyframes, like you've got hundreds of them, just sitting in the main timeline. If you want the character to instead jump on the right side of the screen because of a change of plans, it would be like a really big hassle to have to move, you know, every single one of those keyframes, the object to the right, because there's hundreds of them. So what I do now is I select those frames, I do cut frame, create a graphic, an empty graphic, then I go inside the graphic, paste the frames, and now when I go back to the main timeline, I can move around that graphic as just one object. So I use that a lot. I guess it's kind of hard to
Mind blown.
understand. I should like demonstrate that.
Yeah. Actually,
Like,
I don't think we really need-
I had no idea what the heck just what you just said. Because, like,
It's a really good idea to
all I
just.
heard was, like, graphic and everything.
Okay,
It's a really good idea that if you ever have anything complicated going on in your timeline, try to make it as simple as you can by just copy pasting it, sending it off into a graphic. So now when you go back to your main timeline, it's just one long strip of open land. You know, it's just you don't have your complex. You got your complex stuff sort of shuffled off into your graphic. Here, let's.
okay, you know what? Let's just like do what's actually in the scene, because
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is like if the scene has something I can explain, then I'll explain it. But if I'm trying to explain something that doesn't exist in the scene, then that's gonna cause problems. Okay. So here's an example of that. Like within here, Leafy is doing her.
Let's help
But
each
then-
other. Yeah.
Like, let's say you want Leafy to be slightly to the right. Like
Yeah.
she's a little too far to the left.
Pin's,
Let's get her a
Pin's
little
like
closer up
really
with her.
angry face.
And
Right
see,
now
look,
she's being stabbed.
and all you can see, all you had to do there, Carrie just had to drag that one graphic. He didn't have to worry about all those movements that Leafy's making. Let's help each other and the lip syncing and everything. Now, Leafy's just one thing. If you try to collapse all those complex things into the minimum amount of complexity in your main timeline, things are just going to be so much easier for you because you don't need to worry about what shape Leafy's mouth is at a certain period of time. You just want to deal
Double
with
Leafy extravaganza.
Double leaf,
Quadruple Leafy
leafy.
extravaganza.
This is beautiful.
Rambunctious.
Looks like the
It's
4chan
a
logo.
flower. It's a flower.
Yeah, and then one thing I'd
Leafy
like to point out is that
vortex.
if you start animating within the graphic, you'll have some problems because you can't lip sync this because you can't get the audio, right? So what I would recommend is doing the lip syncing in the main timeline, and then when you're done with that, then copying it over into a graphic.
I actually did something different for both BFDI is Back and the other cartoon. No, there was no lip sync for the other cartoon. But one thing I like to do is I like to also put the same audio inside your graphic too, and like still
There goes
do stuff in
Leafy.
the graphic.
But don't
There
like,
goes the leafy flower. It's going
But
to
then-
take over the world.
don't you have the problem
The
of
feeble
like
leafy flower.
the audio file being like minutes long, but then you only want like a few second portion?
That's
Hey,
true. What I did
Arthur,
was I
what's
made
up?
the graphic minutes long. So it'd be like I kept the frames all in sync. So frame 200 in the main timeline is frame 200.
Flower.
Really good drawing with the mouse.
Beautiful.
I don't even know what
Wow
that
with the
is,
mouse.
but
Did you know
it's
that?
Hilarious.
Yeah, I pretty much draw everything with the mouse. I've like rarely used a tablet for the sake of actually doing work. Okay. Okay, we'll move on now. Oh, here's another thing.
You have a very
A lot of times you'd want to have like a linear motion like this, the camera moving, but you want it to like ease in and ease out. So like the old thing I used to do was put a keyframe in the middle and then have this one easing. I forget what in out. I'm not like negative 100.
Yeah, start easing in and then start easing out.
And then ease out here. But that's kind of bad because then if you want to change where like someone's going, like let's say you instead want the camera to pan down or up, now it looks weird because it has that midpoint that doesn't make any sense. So what I would recommend now, this right,
Yeah,
is only have one movie clip,
one
then-
tween.
one tween, and then edit the actual ease by clicking edit here, S-shaped curve. And then that way, it's only one tween and it looks the same.
I'm currently looking
Yeah.
through the scene 1 of BFDI 1. It's looking pretty,
I feel like only one is talking right now.
pretty
Oh,
good.
Yes.
Wyatt, what are you doing?
Boo.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
It's
ooh. This is good.
cool.
I think it's
pretty good.
Okay.
Oh my
yeah, so I'm a little
god.
worried that we can't hear the rest of you, but I think it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I was going to say that, yeah, what Carrie just did there, where he reduced the number of keyframes that you have, it's a lot like the same trick with putting as much stuff as you can into graphics in the sense that you're reducing the complexity that you need to deal with at like in the main timeline. You want to make your main timeline as simple as you can and sort of shuttle everything off into like have the least number of little widgets and stuff as possible. Like so here, Carrie made it so that you don't have that extra keyframe in the middle. Instead, you just have a beginning and an end.
Yeah. Also, I was gonna say, doing the S shape curve thing takes like 4 or 5 clicks. And I didn't like that. So what I did was I created this command called eSmoother, and then you just select the frames that you want to turn into a smooth motion tween, and then you just do eSmoother all, and it does it. That's not public right now, but it should be.
Blocky,
It's a
wake
really good
up.
idea. Yeah, to have commands, to have your own custom things. Because if you find yourself doing the same thing a lot of the time, you're wasting your own human abilities on what a computer could do. You really ought to use a command to do that.
Yeah, well, I feel like most people don't know how to create those.
Yeah, so we should make those commands public. They're really useful.
Yeah. I guess we could also make a tutorial on how to write
I
them.
need my space.
I saw you make
Help
your
me,
own kind of
Pimp
keyframe
Snacks.
for lip sync.
Oh yeah, we have like keyframe based like commands that just create keyframes of different objects, like the mouths here, so that I can just like press a single key to do all of my lip sync.
Yeah, can you open the command menu again?
Oh, okay.
You can see, I don't know if it's too small, but you can see that he has mouth A, F, M, O, T, Y. Those are just different mouth shapes. And you can see on the right, they're mapped to the numpad. So you can like literally hammer out like 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 on your numpad, and it'll control the character's mouth.
I can actually do that now, except these are the old mouths, but it would still work, right?
I think it would work. You can try it. No
Okay.
harm.
Okay, I'm gonna try lip syncing Quinny saying "Blocky, wake up," but with my new technique. And this new technique I've only started using in like BFDI since like I had to write the script first, which I didn't know what to do until 2013. So
Yeah, the command.
okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna bring. I first had to bring in a mouth because there needs to be an object to change. So this is already the mouth for Blocky.
Oh no!
I know the next
no.
sound. Oh, bye, person. Have fun wherever you gotta go.
Are you the cheeseburger?
Boys.
I don't think so.
Human.
I was a little kid.
It doesn't matter. Let's
Yeah.
just okay. Next sound is, or the syllable is locky. So the next mouth is just going to be an open mouth. So for me, I know that's numpad 9. So I just select it and do that. And now I've got a keyframe with the mouth. I just keep doing that for every new sound he makes. So then the next one is k. And that's numpad 5 for the k sound. 6. And an open mouth again. The thing that I like about BFDI is that there's really only 6 or even 5 mouth types. So it's like very simple to like memorize them all and map them onto the numpad.
Yeah, you should. I think you should lip sync a few extra seconds, and then we can demonstrate another cool command that we have.
Oh, the mouth smoother.
Yeah.
Whose profile picture is a gun?
Some
Not
guy-
mine.
Guns are bad.
That's... What about my
Oh.
guns on my arms? You know,
Oh,
for muscles.
Good joke.
Blocky, wake up. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this quote and then I'll show you how to finalize it.
Yeah. Lots you can add to this.
You got no
so
sauce, then you
This is
lost.
numpad 6.
For some reason, I've
I guess
always
it's
thought it was
communicated
like.
to you. Oh, one
I've
thing I would
always-
mention is
I've always thought
whenever I have
like,
a sound like doing, it might make you think that it's just a long U sound, so you go straight into the like O mouth, right? But I remind myself it's like do. So the first half of do is actually going to be just the open mouth into the oo for the rest of the syllable.
A lot of learning animators doing is sort of sticking to a very literary, very letter-based, like corresponds to this shape. The letter G corresponds to this shape. But what I think, especially with BFDI, with how few mouth shapes it is, it's a lot more important that it just looks right. That it doesn't have to correspond to the actual sounds that you're saying, as long as you.
That's kind of weird.
Well,
The quality was like at 1080p, and then it went like all the way down to like 360.
Oh,
That doesn't surprise me. Our internet's really bad.
oh, is it unusably slow or
No,
low
it's
res?
okay.
No, it's not slow. It'll just like lag a little bit, but like
Tab.
what
It's
mouse?
fine.
it's really
fine.
weird.
I actually don't have the stream open.
Should I go to my computer or just click on
Sure.
it?
Oh,
Maybe
that's-
you should close it.
That's not good.
That's like adding extra
Oh, that
bandwidth.
is. Yeah, you're right.
Carrie's got the stream open on his computer, so maybe it's hogging up some extra bandwidth. So if you,
Yes.
Blocky.
anyway, I think Carrie has lip synced enough here.
Yeah.
And you might.
Oh, I was gonna say that you can see that I'm only using the 6 basic types of mouths, kind of like
You can see it.
the keyframes, not the in-betweens.
Yeah, you can see it looks pretty sparse. Like it's got the basic skeleton of what it should be, but there's not a whole lot of extra motion. It's not very polished. But there's something you can do about that.
You guys just
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
the thing I realized was when I was blending the mouth types together, I was doing the same actions over and over again. Practice for a 4-frame length open mouth, it would always be 2, 3, 3, 2. And like, if you're ever finding yourself doing repetitive actions in the same way over and over again, that's what computers are good for. So I have this mouth smoother. I just click it. Uh-oh. Well, it did the first few syllables. Oh, well, this is an old FLA, so that's probably why it broke. But for the
It
first...
doesn't have the in betweens. Like
Oh, yeah.
2/3 and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, okay. So it would normally work, but on an old FLA, it doesn't. But you can see the first few syllables.
You just made us all feel like so terrible. Like
That's good.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I
It's not that hard
feel
to-
like a complete idiot at the moment.
Once we put out the command, you can all do this magic, the sorcery, do it yourself at your own computer, because it's not that hard to use.
I'm still trying to
gonna
download
be
like
so
Keyframe
good.
Caddy because like whenever I go onto the website and like I click try, because like I click try and nothing ever happens.
okay, now the quality
They're
is just absolutely. It's like 140p.
Yeah, it's 140.
Oh.
Like I said, that is the world in which we live. We live in 144p.
It's the package.
Because
Well,
that
not
is
really.
that's our internet connection.
It's like
We're
Good, now
subjective.
everything's
Package.
frozen on my
It's only
screen.
something that we're doing.
How freaking great!
If it could be better, we'd like to have better internet, but we just don't. Doing, unfortunately.
Well,
I think I might draw some stuff. Maybe yeah.
well, like,
Let me look at my computer's network usage. Maybe it's
Okay.
doing something else too.
Oh god, I made the original character gold square.
I don't know how to ask
It's
this
It's not
question,
doing anything
but like,
else either.
but
Let me see your computer. Yeah. Why don't you continue?
Okay, there we go. I don't even know I'm
Yeah,
I'm, like,
but you
drawing a thing.
program.
How did Hamburger Man get back?
Okay, there we go. Barrel. 3D barrel.
Did you draw that hamburger yourself, or did you steal it off of Google Images?
This is my mouse pad. It's like horrible. I didn't draw this at all. My mom thought I did.
okay, so it's just me right now.
Original the character Cookie.
How good is the resolution right now?
It's
It
it's
kind of
like below 140 for me. It's
and then
like
it goes
below
like kind of
140.
stops. It's like buffers and stops sometimes.
Okay, so I guess that means that we do have to fix.
crunch.
I just don't go to screens like this where it like.
Oh, okay, yeah, I won't.
I'm gonna draw some random 3D cube. On board. Random 3D cubes.
Yeah, I think Michael's trying to fix something right now.
Okay. This.
I have a Cliff Bar.
Yeah, I think like the internet's really bad at our house, and I was reminded of that when I went to my college, and like the download speed is like 10 times faster. So yeah, it's just like a problem of in our house.
Yeah, your computer doesn't seem to be doing anything, but so that's good. And I also put both of our phones on airplane mode in case they're like downloading another version of iOS.
But how do we know that like mom's not doing something?
I don't think she's in the house. Like, the
Okay.
house is quiet. We've done what we can do.
Well, I don't know. Like I don't really want to continue the stream if people can't even see what's going on.
I can see what's going on. I mean, like, who gives
I
a
can now. I can a little bit.
who gives a crap? We don't need a
We'll talk about,
4K.
like, what we do. Like, we don't have to look at each individual.
Maybe get rid
Okay.
of the hat. I mean,
Oh, the hat.
maybe.
Okay,
But
okay.
they look sexy.
I don't think that's gonna slow down our.
I know.
Well, we could
Can
get
do
rid
it.
of the like. Do we really need a webcam if we're just talking?
I don't know. The hat was the best
I
part.
don't
No,
think
not really.
like it's such a
I
tiny,
mean,
part of the screen though.
Okay, we'll get rid of the hat anyway.
if you think
Oh.
that's going to like help it, then be my guest. But
I mean,
Wait, no,
like, oh, they made it worse.
We can. Well, it's gonna get worse when it was like
Yeah.
that really complex image, but like maybe it's better now.
yeah. Anyway, we can still go on. It can be like an audio commentary. You know, we can still talk
Yeah.
about stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
Pretty
a
sure they-
radio drama.
Yeah. So that's.
G following. I would not. Okay, so right now what's happening is I'm actually like motion tweening all the 4 objects in the screen, you know, blocky, coney, spongy, and the beam, like in a direction. I would not do that now. What I would do now is animate the whole scene
Stationary.
stationary, yeah, so that I don't have to worry about moving the background images.
And then put it in a graphic, and then just move that graphic.
Yeah, moving the graphic. Okay, so I've already gone over that several times about how to put things in graphics.
No way. I need my space.
the Halloweens are coming.
See, what is there to talk about? I mean, I'm just
Let's just keep going.
okay.
Why do I keep laughing about whenever like the words help just like go by a leafy pin?
That's up
I
for
think
you to
that's
answer,
all-
not us.
It's
Not
a
our job.
Oh yeah,
I think
help.
a lot of the stuff that I drew here is just because it shows up in the comic strip I wrote. So it's like they might make less sense in the cartoon than on paper, but I guess it's a good thing here.
I think
Yeah.
we should go to like a different scene because I think you did this one last
Oh.
like 3 weeks ago.
I think so as well.
All right,
I
okay.
think so. You don't know so.
Well, okay. I don't know what to talk about because like here you can clearly see like if you only see Pin's arm, you only need to include Pin's arm. But like you could figure that out just by looking at the FLA. So like I'm not gonna talk about that. Oh, this was bad panning. This is why you don't want to be panning every single object individually.
That's a good point.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
Pin. That wasn't funny.
Oh, all right, this. Okay, so blurring. I feel like with blurring, I like use it as sparingly as possible because it looks very out of place compared to the very crisp outlines like that is BFDI style, right? Like if this blurs over solid colors, it looks kind of weird.
Yeah, like one thing I want to do, the one thing that we've done in BFDI, we don't use a whole lot of gradients because I think part of the visual style, part of the visual language of BFDI is flat colors, outlines. And if you try to add fancy stuff that adds extra detail and adds,
Yeah, you got that
even
hamburger?
if it adds character, even if it adds character or whatever, it doesn't match. It's going to,
Flash.
yeah, it's going to clash. It's going to worsen just the visual language that you've already set up with the assets that you've made. So like this blur here, I don't think it really fits.
Yeah, I was just gonna say with blurring, I don't think Flash does directional blurs very well.
It's really bad.
Yeah, so like, if you want to blur in only one direction, you have to do it. You have to either do it completely in the X dimension or completely in the Y dimension. In the X, if I did it completely in the Y, it would look like she's blurring up and down, right?
Yeah.
But if I wanted
Oh.
to have a blur going
Keep on that
diagonally
one
along the
frame.
balance
Keep on
beam,
that one frame. Okay. Now go.
I wanted to make her like blur
I have to
diagonally.
take
It just doesn't
that
work.
one
It'll blur
snapshot.
kind of in this, like, just all directions at once.
It's amazing how little Flash has improved over the past 10 years. This is Flash from 2005. You know, Flash still doesn't have directional blurring. It's
Yeah.
just, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, we're trying to avoid using blurring anyway, so whatever. This is pretty good, I guess. One thing I really like about this scene is that because the characters' expressions pretty much stay the same during their whole fall,
Spare.
I had them just as like solid objects like that.
And that makes everything just so much easier to work with. Once again, you want to make your workspace as simple as possible.
Yeah.
You got a
Look at
spare. You got a spare.
Yeah, and I was just like,
I don't really know.
Yeah, if it's a
It's like-
spare, she's gonna try going for a second time, try to get them all.
yeah. I was also gonna say I don't know how how much of an animating principle this is, but like they all fall at different speeds, which I guess makes it look more chaotic.
Secondary motion.
Yeah, I
don't
guess
know.
secondary.
I
motion.
don't know the 12 principles either.
But it's like if you want a very organic, natural look, you shouldn't be in it. Like you should be moving them all at once. You need to animate each one individually, falling.
I have a lot of stuff going on.
Were all the
stuff going
characters?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Them all doing their own thing.
Very sad.
Why didn't you realize?
Icy.
The cloud.
Yeah, the cloud is going between pencil.
Oh
and
my god,
ICU.
that's a symbolic thing. See, this is the point at which there's a
Oh.
wall formed between pencil and ice cube.
Oh yeah,
Pencil.
yeah.
Look at that symbolism.
Unintentional. I probably just got the layers wrong.
I just
Look at that lip syncing.
I keep thinking that
This is the
Ice Cube
laziest
is
looking
going. I keep thinking that either Pencil or Ice Cube is going through the cloud, and then like since a cloud is evaporated water, I keep thinking they like get wet right afterwards. I
Well,
don't
Ice
know.
Cube could actually be getting wet, but then the water freezes on the outside, so you can't tell.
Ice cube gets slightly larger.
Why doesn't she just
Oh, yeah.
melt in the sunlight?
It also melts a little, so it
No.
melts out.
Good water animation.
Yeah, I did it. Actually, like, there's only 2 frames of it because
Why is
Flash needs a particle simulator.
why is Pencil still having her mouth open while she's underwater?
no, she just didn't have time to react. You know, it's like
Oh.
it happened so quickly. Like before she knew it, she was underwater.
She was taking off.
I know, but like, in these few frames, I know that like it's unexpected to them, but like she
Uh-huh.
doesn't immediately just go to her reflexes and just, oh no, the water.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, characters
Good
don't have
point.
to like follow human reflexes.
Good point, but
Are,
like,
are Pencil and Eraser related? Because Pencil has an eraser.
Yeah.
I would have thought
Yeah.
like Eraser would go, no, gimme, or something.
A duel between Pencil and Eraser, and Pencil used her knife to carve out a chunk of Eraser and glue it to herself as a sign of dominance over Eraser.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Wait, this is kind of weird.
You don't see those clouds anymore.
Oh yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, because we switched to the normal clouds. Or that eye. We don't see that eye anymore.
Yeah.
I guess this would be a cut in action. Pretty cool, right? So like, if you want to cut, but you want to minimize the like jarring effect of it, you do it when the object is moving, right?
Yeah. When there's something going on, a cut helps keep some continuity.
Wait, what, how did he?
between them.
Okay.
Cutting action
just-
sounds like
And
something in
you notice that blur there?
Like his
blur right there.
I think
his
that's
legs
okay.
were
Yeah, that's
like
okay.
on his head, and then immediately just snap back. That was amazing.
Put it there
Oh yeah.
in the little bar.
Yeah, like sometimes it's just good to
Oh my
add
God.
a texture to something, even if it doesn't make sense. Because any texture is kind of better than just a flat color.
Actually, I don't know.
Okay, well, it's like on the Ovenotron 3000, the top of the oven was completely like the same shade of gray,
Oh
and
yeah.
I added this very subtle, like square target thing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like so subtle you can't even notice it, but it makes it look more realistic.
Wow.
You got to make sure that you add detail to the places that should have detail. I think.
Yeah, I guess like Blocky, it's good how he's just a solid square. Yeah. Also, you don't need to worry about things being realistic. How like he's grabbing to the literal bottom of the.
He's like a
poster.
monorail.
Yeah, monorail.
Blocky has now transformed into some kind of like
Don't even.
train or something.
What are you doing?
I guess like to make this look natural, you have to make sure he's going about the same speed when he
Stop.
rotates
That's
and when he's just
mean.
moving linearly.
No,
Yeah, I
Nick.
think if we were to animate
That's
this today, he would have a little more ease to it. Because right now it's like,
Yeah, I know.
I'll probably go.
Oh, and this is an example of like animating on twos.
You cannot tell me that
Which
the
means I'm
stream
essentially
started
doing-
an hour ago. It couldn't have.
This is good. Time flies when you're having fun.
It was 49 minutes
Good
ago.
point. Oh wait.
Kind of. Close.
An hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
but the
say,
stream.
for like complex animations like this, I guess you
Time
could get away
zones.
with 12 frames per second, which is half of 24, which is what we're doing. So this is okay. Though if I were to do it now, I'd probably just like do F6 and do in between these.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen. There's this tweet that I saw a while ago that I like. That like compares low resolution texture packs to a higher resolution one. It's like the low res is like this cat, and it's this pixelated cat. But when on the right side where it shows high res version, it's like this cat with super high res textures, but there's like anicness to it. It looks like paper cutouts. I don't know if someone can pull that up. I bet one of you have seen that, but it's a tweet that I really like, and I think it applies a lot to the concept of in-betweening and using animating on 2s or animating on 1s. That if you're animating on 2s has a lot more character and life to it, I think you're better off animating on 2s than trying to manually tween it. I think just having a higher frame rate might not always be the better solution if it doesn't add extra detail. So I think...
I'm just thinking that like if you're animating on 2s and the sequence looks pretty good, I don't think it could be hurt by adding those in-betweens because the general structure of the animation is still going to be the same.
That's true.
Like only if you're animating on 1s, like individual frames, and that turns out bad, which it can very easily, would it be a bad idea to animate on 1s. Like I think it's always a better idea to kind of like start with the keyframes and then kind of like work your way inwards to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monorail blocking.
That needs some mouth smoothing.
Yeah, it does, but I don't think it's going to work here because of stuff. Also, for some reason, Michael didn't give me an asset of a frowning F mouth, so that whenever a frowning character would make the F sound,
I'm sorry,
he would be smiling.
He's very happy that.
He's very happy he gets to expel air out of the between his teeth and his lower lip.
He needs to be like in the Guinness Book of World Records for being able to become a monorail in the span of 5 seconds.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Also, it uses a glow, which I don't think I would do now.
I think filters in Flash are really glitchy, not so good.
Yeah, especially when you apply them to graphics.
Or inside graphics too.
Yeah, inside graphics. So it's kind of
One
like
of my favorite parts
I
of
think
like
Flash has actually gotten
BFDI.
better recently with that, but we still use Flash 8, so new innovations don't apply to us.
yeah, like I guess like for me, graphics are just so much more useful since they're in the main timeline that filters just feel like there aren't many places when I can use it without having to worry about like bugs.
A good animation software would have them unified, so you can have filters applied to graphics, but not a perfect one.
Yeah, okay. I guess another thing I could mention is when you have something like this where a lot's happening, sometimes you want to have a far out shot to like remind the viewer what's the general goings on of the situation. So like I guess here a viewer might not remember that there's only 6 people left, but this reminds them.
Yeah, establishing shot.
Yeah, because otherwise, like you might end up like saying, "Oh, Leafy won," and then people are like, "Wait, I didn't realize we were already down to the final contestant."
Right.
Yeah.
there's the evil.
Oh, you can see that back then we
She's
used
still
masking for the
in.
mouths.
Let's run her over. Yeah.
It's very clear
Uh-oh.
that the mouth is masked.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think we're gonna have to eject some people who are just doing reenactments.
Uh-oh.
Time for the witch hunt. All right, one of you. I don't know which one of you it was.
But it's fewer than 10.
I don't we disable the video chat here?
Yeah, that might be easier.
Okay.
It might.
Brayden. I appreciate that you have your camera, but I think it's gonna.
Wait.
It
Do you see that flying? Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Whoa.
you muted him.
sounds great.
I clicked don't show
okay.
broadcast.
So then why is it
He was already
Eject
muted.
people who weren't doing anything.
Okay. Who are you? Are you the burger?
Yes.
Okay. Time
I'm-
to eject some people. I feel bad about this.
No, but you only want to eject them because they're taking up internet, right?
Yeah.
Thing.
They're not doing any harm. Let's keep going.
Okay. Yeah, so this mouth is clearly being masked by Leafy's body. I rarely do that anymore because it's just so much work.
Yeah.
I mean, I find it just like it's to just have the mouth sitting right up against the edge of the leaf, but like still not masked.
It's really a cost benefit thing where it's like how much would it violate the visual style if we were to just do something a little bit easier? And yeah, this is just too much effort to justify actually setting up the mask, setting up, having the mask copy the motion of the asset behind it.
I was also gonna say, animation look good isn't like all the gimmicks they use, but like
Add
ha-
more.
how natural the motions are, I guess. So don't focus so much on adding fancy features. Just try to get very good at like moving the characters, or I don't know,
Making stuff that's interesting. Just putting on a good show.
Yeah. Oh, and also like it's very tempting when you're lip syncing someone to cut to a shot of like what they're looking at, because lip syncing takes a lot of work per second, where it didn't take much work. But you have to use it like sparingly, because if you use it too much, it becomes very clear, at least to me, that you're just copying out of animating mouths. So only do it for like 2 or 3 seconds at a time.
But if you are cutting to a reaction shot, and that reaction shot provides something that's interesting, maybe.
Yeah.
Still something that's
Yeah, well, you can do it, but like don't do it for longer than like
don't use it as
10
a crutch.
seconds. Yeah, like when I was animating IDFB1, doing the lip syncing, it felt like a grind, but like a very productive grind. Like it was a lot of work, but I knew that every second was the highest quality that I could make it.
Yeah, I gotta show that lip syncing.
Yeah, because watching people talk when they are talking, it feels like what you should be looking at, unless it's a very clear reaction kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that horrible animating.
Oh yeah, and look at that. Look at how the mask separates from the body again. See, this is why we don't do the mask stuff anymore. Just because Flash isn't intelligent enough to actually, do stuff that helps you.
To align them.
A good animation software for object shows would do something like that.
Oh, and also another thing is, like, to be honest, Pin's arm motion here isn't actually that bad. Like, in certain cases, a simple, like, keyframe, snap into place thing can look good.
Yeah, like, I think maybe something that's, like, really smooth and can actually be distracting. Like, I know that they talked about in the making of the TV show Clone High that they like to actually have the characters have this very minimal popping motion because it puts a lot more focus on the jokes and the dialogue itself. So really, how much effort, how much detail you put into your animation is really just more about making a decision, how much do I want this animation to catch the viewer's attention? In this case, clearly, Pin being cute was the...
No, I was just lazy. I was lazy,
yeah.
but it works. Oh, and also, okay, I'll just keep going.
I like that walk cycle.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I think it turned out well. Like this was kind of like a hack because I wanted to make it very clear that they're bouncing up and down as they're running. I made them bouncing because they're like getting smaller, so it's like a double motion tween thing, which again could be fixed by putting it into a graphic, but I wasn't smart enough to do that. So as a hack, I have the balance beam bouncing up and down to show it's like it's panning with them, kind of. And it kind of works. It doesn't really work.
I think it works. It's almost like the camera shaking too.
Yeah,
it adds an extra ferocity to the movement.
Oh, here's another cut in action. Wow.
Yeah, it's a cut, and you don't even notice it happening.
Yeah,
because there's something else going on.
Oh, this came early on.
Anticipation.
Yeah, and it's like very minimal. Like it only shows you what it needs to show you. I mean, I don't know.
Like if that kick hadn't been as executed as well as it was, it probably wouldn't have been very satisfying. But that paired with the sound, I think it actually works really well. I'm just surprised.
Weird.
Her face too.
Yeah, it's definitely a different style from now. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, 509 Eraser. I found Eraser. Oh my gosh. I'm just emulating all the comments I see ever in the first episode. I haven't heard anyone in a long time.
Pretty much.
Dude, time for a purge. Let's bring in some fresh blood. Let's eject everybody.
Oh no, first.
No, that's mean.
Yeah, defend yourself. Defend yourself.
Don't kill me. I have been in this stream for. I have been in this stream.
No, Burger, you've already proven yourself. Burger.
No, what are the people who have been muted?
Yeah, how about you other mute people?
Well, the thing is, hold on. Look at what I put in the chat. Saying that.
In the chat.
Yeah.
No, but like the people who are muted, can it even communicate?
I don't. I don't. Well, if they have to type, then
Well,
we
like,
can't really
is it-
interact with
is it-
them.
Wow, please. Well, if they have to type.
Okay, Cody Nut is talking to me.
No, but if they have to type, they like. That's because we muted them.
We didn't mute them. These people
Oh,
didn't
we
get
did.
muted. They have themselves muted.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, Brayden.
Yeah. I remember you muting him.
I don't. I feel like I want to just like have a refresh every now and then because they just got lucky because they happened to join fast enough.
This says, please don't tell me I'm actually doing something with the animation.
Yeah, because at the very
Let's see what
beginning,
Cody-
it was just insane with the chat.
Well, but it's muted though. Can we unmute him?
No. Cody Nut has himself muted. He
Okay,
might not
okay.
have a microphone.
Oh right.
The classic scene. I'm scared.
Yeah. Barbara, wow.
We will. You're on the hot seat right now.
I'm not sure why we're watching this though, because he's just playing around with it.
Yeah, but it is using up valuable bandwidth for us.
We're not looking at him. Is it?
It still is. It's like animating in the thumbnail there.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean that like, if there's 10 people, there could possibly be 10 times this?
I think so. Google thinks everybody has such a great internet.
Okay.
All right, Cody Nut, we're gonna time for the
He
purge.
said be right back for a moment anyway, so.
Well, yeah. Well,
Be right back forever.
yeah. Be right back for you. You gotta be right back.
Save the internet.
No, we're gonna purge everybody.
Oh.
Here we
We're
go.
gonna purge everyone.
First time.
A biohazard.
We just want to like completely bring in new people.
Oh, let's see if people are joining in right immediately. Sam Pro, you're gonna
How funny.
goodbye. Oh.
Wait, that person who you just purged showed up again, I think.
Oh.
Or was it the same person? I feel like I've seen that.
This is.
Oh my god, I actually joined.
Who's there?
Hello.
Who
it's
goes
me.
there?
It's me, the one who created that terrible BFDI dabbing post.
Oh my gosh, that is a post that I needed to see. I like that. That had to exist.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yay, I'm famous.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, back.
What about the burger? Was he ejected?
Burger, animated burger. You're gonna have to.
No.
Yeah, I guess your time is up
Yeah,
too.
we just can't show favoritism. We
Yeah.
just like everyone.
Crap.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I like the.
No.
He's not.
There we go.
There's only 4 people.
Hey, I like your Homestar Runner avatar. Anyway, back.
Maybe we have to post the link again.
Your link.
Or maybe we like it with 4 people. Plus internet.
Here, let's share the link. All right. I should have kept an eye on the chat.
I'm gonna
'cause,
show
like,
you
what
the
if people have to
best
tell us?
video ever.
And
If you're an animator,
yeah.
Jennings says that we have to get some twowers. I say we have to get animators.
Well, Twowers can join too. Okay, we already got 2 more.
Oh,
people.
look at that.
But that's gonna take up internet.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Looks like these people, they have to be animators who ask questions, is what it has to be. I
Yeah.
guess.
Like internet is a very scarce resource for us, so
For us,
we only
yes.
want to use it if it's showing
What
up we're doing.
inspired
As
you to
Americans living in this oligopoly. Okay.
Google Fiber.
Hi.
Okay, so we're talking about Eraser. This is another kind of like not really animating flying, but animating the background to make it look like they're flying. I think whenever I'm animating the people move really quickly and the background's moving very quickly, that's often not enough. Like you have to maybe kind of make them fluctuate and move around kind of randomly to show that like it's too chaotic for the camera to really stay focused on them.
Yeah, one thing I think is that like chaos is a scarce resource when it comes to working in Flash and the other. It's naturally gonna come to a very. It's naturally gonna look very sparse. Naturally gonna look very
Oh my
sterile.
God.
So you have to add as much randomness, add as much imperfection as you can to make it feel like a real place.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I like
Hello?
your duggos.
Hello?
Spider teardrop.
No, I would say that one problem with it that if we have a collision, the frame in which the Hazel Cricket's here.
Oh, Hazel, I'm glad you're here, but there's some other people I think we might have to turn down.
So loud in here. Hi.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Carrie. I am one of your biggest fans.
We should, if you show a video, we're gonna inject you.
Yeah, if you show a video, we have to inject you. I'm sorry about that, but our internet's really bad.
Fight Carrie.
Somebody's having some sort of bone
I
noise.
think it's the tear.
Ah.
Sorry, teardrop, but you have to be silent, like you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, teardrop's right there, so we already got our teardrop
Yeah.
representation.
Okay, so I was gonna say, whenever you have an impact,
What's that?
the frame in which the impact happens, you have to already start to see the effects of the impact. So like things should already be moving at the frame of impact. Otherwise, it looks like there's this 1 frame delay.
Yeah, the impact has to be a very pow-y frame. Has to be a very flashy. It's the one where all the big stuff happens.
Yeah, so I would say this is not very well animated because like teardrop didn't move at all, and then she starts to move here. Oh, see, like, it takes a to move, and because of that, when you watch it, it looks like she froze face for a bit.
Yeah. I joined.
Let's form
Once
an
again, animation is a
alliance.
very subjective
That would
thing.
do
So
no
it's really more about how it feels and whether it's, whether it's technically correct.
That's true.
I've got to join.
This was pretty good. Like the leaf and the arm look really natural, but the face is completely unnatural because it doesn't move with the leaf.
Yeah.
So like one secret I have.
Someone's doing an impression.
There's not many people who are still unmuted.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna say is one of the tricks I do to make it look better with the face is to kind of glue the face to the body. So by that I mean I will animate the face doing all of its actions like with the body, but no motion yet, and then I put that into a graphic, and then I just move around the body plus face together as one movie clip.
Yeah, that's another benefit of stuffing stuff into graphics. That makes it so easy to just manipulate them as one unit. It's just one thing that moves around. It's all stuck together.
Yeah.
And it's super easy to deal with because then it's only one object.
After all, he
Yeah, like,
was the closest
like,
to the announcer.
There are cases where you do want the face to move around, but for like 99% of the time, it just looks better if the face is glued to one spot on the body.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Name Sandy does a lot of like face, but we're in a different aspect.
I mean, doing it in the graphic allows you to see the face too.
Yeah, no, I mean, my is to do all three face objects and the body, and then that into a graphic. I have another layer.
But then you can also tween the.
Yeah, I just don't do it very often because it's not worth it.
Oh, this is
This is another example of lazy animating popping out from lip syncing. But I guess it kind of works because it's a very intense shot.
Yeah, it's directing. It's saying Lucy's hand is really important.
Yeah, but also okay, I'm just gonna keep
Wait,
talking.
I have to go. Wait.
Bye.
Bye. It's sad to see you go.
Okay, so I was gonna say, this shot is kind of good, I guess. But one thing I'm wrong with it is that the arm is like sliding in front of the post, and if you wanted to make it look like the arm is really gripping the post, the actual point of grippage should not really be moving at a constant speed. Like maybe it slips, but like really quickly, and then it stops moving for a bit, and then it slips,
Well,
and then it stops moving for a bit.
Yeah, it's really
Feel
helpful
better.
to think of it like in a physical way. Like, how is this actually going to work out? How
Yeah.
is she actually gripping the bar?
So what I would do if I were to animate it now is probably like have the arm like first of all stationary relative to the bar, and like put the pivot right at the contact point and have it vibrating so that like her body is kind of like vibrating around the contact point, and then like every few seconds I would animate it like the arm changing shape so that it looks like she shifted down on like yeah, but like
Yeah, it's really useful to have some physical rules for your work.
because like this is not good because like she moves her whole hand to the left or to the right. That's not possible.
Yeah.
This is not possible. But you know, I think this is okay because it's just funny. Yeah. Okay, so you either go like with what's naturally correct, or you go way overboard. Like obviously this is a joke.
Well, you always got to have an understanding of what it should actually be like. Like, if
Yeah.
you're gonna deviate from what's physically possible, you ought to do it with a good intention and like with a good sensibility of whether this is actually gonna work.
Yeah, and confidence that like what you're doing is going to be apparent to the viewer.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
kind of half-heart it, it'll just look like a
It was a-
sloppy mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Oh yeah, and if you make something that you don't like, don't leave it.
Eye movement. This eye movement is kind of weird. It's kind of one disadvantage of the BFDI style is it's kind of hard to show exactly what direction characters are looking.
Well,
And-
maybe that's like it's like a hurdle that you got to jump over. It's just another restriction that breeds creativity.
Yeah, well, like now I think we have a pretty, or I have a pretty good system of using the eyebrows as the like anchor, and then where the eyeball is compared to the eyebrow is which direction they're looking.
Yeah.
But I guess like this is, I just don't like how it looks.
Yeah.
Also, for a motion like this, I would rather have the eye change shape at the very beginning of the movement rather than at the very end.
I would have the eye change fast. It's like I would have it easy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like if it then always change when it's moving the fastest because that's when it's the least visible.
I saw a tweet like where somebody said that like 50% of Flash animation is all about transitioning Flash movie clips and making it look smooth.
Yeah,
making
yeah.
it not noticeable.
Hiding the seams.
A smarter animation tool would allow you to have better transitions, but we've got Flash.
This was actually like pretty extensive. Like
I thought that was pretty good.
It took me a long time to get this working.
I'm back.
Yeah, there's a lot of secondary motion in that's really good.
Yeah, I guess for this I would say
Can you see the different layers?
Oh, okay.
There's not that many layers. That's good.
Where's blocky and leafy?
Maybe it's in the graphic.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is not really the best because you can't take it. Like look at this.
Like got some reenactments going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't think this is a good idea. Like either have them all in graphics or all outside graphics. And when you have like motion interaction between the two characters, you have to animate that motion at a level where you can move them both at the same time.
Okay, you can't be doing voices. I'm sorry, but this is not the place for that.
How do you know who it is?
It's a witch hunt.
Okay, who made the Ice Cube impression?
Yeah. All of you members, all of you.
Oh, I think it was him.
Only child can get this.
If we can do another Ice Cube impression. I feel bad.
All right, moving on.
Okay, well, yeah. This is supposed to be for us to explain to you. So, like, we'll take questions at the end, but for now, we just gotta do what we're doing. Oh, this looks really bad. Whatever.
Did I
Yeah.
make an
I
asset?
like
teardrop looks pretty good.
No, but like she has no what was it like?
Anticipation.
Anticipation. Yeah, she. Like I think if I were to do this again, I would have her like swing backward for like a second, kind of like pause there for a split second, and then like whoosh back.
A recoil is pretty good.
It's kind of like unconventional, but I guess it works.
It works. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a what's it called? J cut.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, where the audio cuts at a different time from the visual.
Yeah, I feel like when vloggers do this, like every single cut, it gets annoying.
It's a crutch. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess here the main reason I find myself doing it is because the audio Michael gives me, I kind of treat as set in stone. And if I would like a few extra frames to show something, I cut into the audio.
That's good.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter.
I'm just thinking like a good tool would allow the audio to be edited too.
Yeah.
It'd have a better interaction between the two.
Like arguments in my head over whether this is worthy enough of actually editing the raw audio file or editing it in post-production.
Yeah, and that argument.
Yeah, let's keep going. I guess I think it's pretty cool here how the head moves independent from everything else to show like inflection.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's a little too like and like linear, but whatever.
Especially when you're using Flash, where you have to explicitly say this is ease in, this is ease out. There's almost never a situation where you're going to use an ease of 0.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Unless you're doing
A
like
pan.
a pan or a very gradual motion, like gates opening very slowly.
Yeah. Really good tip. If you're using linear easing, you really ought to rethink. Gotta think about that twice.
Yeah, because like if you think about like actions in real life, everything is caused by like forces, and like forces are acceleration.
Whether it's starting or it's stopping.
Yeah. So like you motion when it's happening, it's always changing. So it's either speeding up or it's slowing down. You don't want to have constant speed, but I guess like you'd have to know like calculus to understand it completely.
Yeah, well, like I mean, if you have something that's stationary and then you start doing a linear tween, I think it's like kind of like physically clear that it's like it jolted. It started with a jolt.
Yeah. I guess
Shoes.
elegant or not swoopy, but you know.
Yeah, more than this one time.
Who was that? No, it's not that bad that you do it. It's just that we kind of want to have our voices clear right now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
whoever did
Okay,
that.
so I was gonna say.
Yeah, but Needle, why don't you like being called
It's just
Needy?
like our moves faster than the bottom, but she's gonna go like see if I could just draw something here. More like it's behind flower. Oops. What she should really look like, because it's kind of like rippling through her body, the action. Like kind of like that. That's just an arrow, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where Monkey kicked.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess because here it's slow enough to show that.
I like the toppling effect though.
Yeah, I guess like this kind of works because.
Well, you can tell like she's easing in, like she's slowly falling.
Yeah, so I was gonna say is like the kick didn't really push her more than just like moved her off balance, and then now she's falling because of gravity.
Well, it's almost like
I guess
other like
like
the fulcrum.
physical like analysis of the physics of flower falling.
Yeah, but it is something that you intuitively feel.
Yeah. And that's what's really great.
of her, yeah.
It's very good. Like you can see that the weight is like pulling on everyone's limbs and body. Yeah. Yeah, I like this because like none of her body's moving when the tongue is coming out.
Yeah, I think that's really good.
Hello.
And then another thing is that like during this groan that flower makes, her mouth kind of changes kind of haphazardly. But I think that's important because if she's making noise, you want her mouth to be constantly changing and moving, even if that movement doesn't really make sense.
There's the
That.
evil flower.
Or like I think
She's
now just have it
still
vibrate
in.
slowly and maybe like change size a little bit. But vibration like helps a lot to make something seem like intense and building up without making it actually move.
Yeah, it's a good trick. And Carrie
When you make
wrote
something
a
better-
command for that too.
Yeah, but it crashes a lot. If you click cancel, it crashes. Oh, this is pretty good too. Like this is another example of like not falling in physics control, not the jump upward, but the emotion feel.
That's not physically realistic, but if you like look at like footage of like somebody like being stabbed or something, they don't shoot up. They like collapse but it doesn't really communicate.
Yeah, I think people get it. They don't need to have go into it. Cop out. I could pretty much shout cop out every time. I feel like it's not warranted in this case because how can you react to a job well done?
There's like a J cut too. Or
Yeah.
no cut, I don't remember.
Swing.
That's right.
Natural at all.
Yeah, she speeds up.
Yeah. So one thing is that if something's like in the air, it should always be words. You know, so if it's going up, it should be slowing down. If it's going down, it should be speeding up. Also, another thing is that if you want someone to be doing a very intense action, like swinging up like that, anticipation needs to be more extreme in the other direction. Have like teardrop and pin like shooting way up in this direction right before the swing to kind of show that they're really building up the energy
Never like that.
to anticipation even more. I think I look better, right?
Anticipation is really important.
No, I could actually like do a very low frame rate example, but I don't know if people would want that.
Let's keep going.
Okay, let's keep going. Also, like Leafy doesn't move at all afterwards, which is not good because after being torn apart by two bodies like that, I think she should be doing something. Like
This program was brought to you by Blocky's Funny Doings International.
Oh, I thought we muted him. Maybe it's just
Try it again. There you go.
Just because it's animate portion of Pin actually carrying Leafy up, you just see Leafy rising, and then you see her falling.
Yeah.
So I guess like this happens a lot in movies, right? Like where you just see the very beginning of an action and then only see the very end of it.
It's really good because the viewer fills in the blanks. They don't need to see like this. It's like there's a part in BFDI where like Erasure was crossing his arms like this.
Oh,
Yeah. I have it. There's Erasure which like each frame.
Hello.
I don't know if any of you, but I think it would have worked a lot better if it just popped to this.
Scrolling in can like
the in between motions of you physically crossing your arms might just take away from just the action. Yeah, that's it.
So like if you want to change a position of an object, you can literally just have a pop, just like cut to it, and then add a little jiggle at the end.
And it just might be a lot more effective.
Yeah. I mean, I see like animation, some people doing that all the time, and it's supposed to be distracting when it's that often. But it works well when you use it like
with intention.
Yeah, with intention.
Oh, it's like when Blocky puts himself in the sign in the paper towel.
Yeah. Paper towel, I probably use that a lot because I was really rushing to get that one done.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, I was
great,
gonna say,
out of the final three.
Something about the final three. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, a lot of times when you're trying to indicate who's talking without showing their mouths, like here, you can show that they're talking by having their body move naturally to what they're saying. But the thing is, when you do have their body moving talking, you have to add more body actions to compensate for the fact that you can't see the mouth. Like, I think when you can't see the mouth, you have to have the body kind of moving every syllable or so. Whereas if you can see the mouth, you don't need to have the body moving so much.
Yeah.
But like here, Blocky, it's clear Blocky's talking because he's moving with the syllables.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh wait, if I remember correctly, I had like Easter egg eyes here. Yeah, no one was ever gonna see this, and I haven't seen it for 6.5 years.
Well, I think me and Cody found it last time you put out the files.
Yeah, but that was recently, so still for 6.5 years, no one knew about it.
Wow, you're so good at keeping a secret.
There's some other Easter eggs too. But not that many.
In one of the scenes, you put "Home Sweet Home."
Yeah, I remember that's episode 1, scene 10, I think.
Oh, there's also a drawing of the TLC, or like the word TLC.
Even said that the TLC existed, right? Because that's not until episode 6. Not much to say about this, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go open Flash.
Yay.
I don't like things like this.
We completed the scene.
This is actually just things
Like-
moving.
I think for an animation like this, I would like to keep it so that the camera always looks like it's just actually recording what's happening in the arena. This kind of like
I think it works.
okay, it kind of works.
Just like a title. I'm gonna try something. What if we staggered each one by 1 frame?
Oh, okay.
But we can snazz this up a bit. Well, I mean, like, we did that a lot when there's like character voting. Yeah. Let's try it out. You can hardly tell. Anyway, next scene.
At this rate, it's gonna take us like 6 hours.
Is this finishing off the episode 1 live stream and then doing the episode 2 stuff?
I don't know. I guess we'll just like from now on we'll only talk about the highlights of each scene and not talk about every single cut and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, full upward with excitement. I really like how that looks. It's just, there's like anticipation in the world. No anticipation.
But yeah, it's the easing is the thing that gives that life the most.
Oh, I was gonna say here, when you have someone running and it's to the sound of footsteps and the feet are moving really fast, you don't need to worry about synchronizing the actual animation footsteps with the sound footsteps. If it's just happening at somewhat the same time, like it'll look like it matches.
Yeah, once again, it's about animation being all about perception. It's just very subjective. If it looks right, it works.
Yeah, see, like here, there's like a footsteps sound every like quarter second, but the animation's happening much faster.
Like the footsteps are nowhere near.
So I guess the point is, if you do have audio footsteps, don't put in the work of animating the legs moving every single frame of that. It's just not worth it. Use a frame loop of the legs running.
They just popped it.
Yeah. I used blur there.
Oh yeah.
I'm still not sure if that was the best option, but I
kind of like a sproing.
Oh, you know, one thing I wanted to mention from earlier on is that the splash sound when Rocky falls in the water.
Yeah.
It's just very quite with like the edit.
Yeah.
From the audio file because like water ripples.
You just sit down. So
okay. But like that's when. Oh, I'm very. That's when Teardrop falls in the water, and I remember when I was animating it.
Who's playing Minecraft?
Oh,
you know who doing Jack?
Riley's here. Hi, Riley.
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 Yay!
Anyway, Teardrop falling in the water and making that blue sound. I was like, this is just such a minute detail. It would be really cool if people noticed it, and no one ever noticed it.
Oh.
So let's notice it now.
Here?
No, it's back when Rocky falls in the water. No, it's in the scene, but it's back when Rocky.
Wait, what are we noticing?
It's a very quiet blip after Rocky falls in the water, and it's at the same time as when Teardrop falls in the water. That's all I wanted to point out.
That's her coming out of falling out of frame though. She's not hitting the water.
Close enough. Perception, you said.
Yeah, most of the things that fall off don't make a sound like they make it way before they land in the water.
You doing no Griffin Whiting? You got 59 out of the notification.
Wait, when Teardrop falls in the ocean, does the ocean swallow Teardrop, or does Teardrop swallow the ocean? That's a dumb question. But does she absorb the ocean, or does the ocean absorb her? That's dumb. Okay, you know what?
What if Teardrop is a bubble filled with water?
Yeah. What if she is?
Then that's why she can't talk, because otherwise when she opens her mouth, water will leak out.
Yeah, it's not water, right?
Her guts are gonna come out of her mouth. That's
They're
disgusting.
tears. Whatever.
I think
there's a lot of linear motion.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say that like this scene is probably like the first time I animated a conversation with body motions that kind of make sense along with the dialogue.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just like, you know, you got to think about the syllables, like what they're saying with each syllable, and like whether it's like, you know, move forward or move back, or like bring the hands out or bring them back.
Yeah. Well, once again, animation is acting. They can do a lot more than just like they could walk around the scene. They can actually do stuff. You could choreograph the movements so that it's actually as if you're, directing a live action scene where you have actors doing things. Just imagine that in your virtual world and have your characters do that. I know that at Disney they actually have their animators take an acting class because, once again, animation is acting. You're channeling, you're acting through the character that you're animating. Oh, look at that. Cough out.
Oh, everyone loves that part.
16.
Wait, add in the other fingers to make it really clear what's going on.
Other fingers?
Not like, you know, show the other 5 fingers.
But they're all curled up.
Yeah, well then you just like show those curled up.
Okay.
No, you don't have to.
Here we go.
No, if you draw it there, it's gonna affect all the arms bent from now on.
Whatever.
No. Oh, you get the bug.
The bug.
If that ever happens, I just kind of switch the pencil tool and then draw outlines of it. Or I guess you can do that too. Ew! Undo that. Oh, that's a thumb. That's a thumb.
Yeah, what do you think?
I thought that's just a blob.
There we go.
I'll leave it to the end.
It's the nutsack. Where are we?
Yeah, a little later.
There we go.
Oh no! You delete the asset?
There you go. There's your new asset.
That's not gonna be
Yeah, that works really good.
Wait, now it's clear which arm she's using, you know. Is that the correct?
Going out.
That's
All right.
the correct side because the thumb's got to be on the outside.
Yeah, pretty good. Here, let's add some extra flair. Let's add a hat.
No, stop.
Now it's classy.
It's gonna show up on every finger now. I'm gonna go back a bit. Whatever. It actually works. Oh, when
I
Pin,
like this. How she's frozen.
Yeah, I called it when Pin learns how to fly.
I like it.
Because you don't need to show the like what's the word? Not recovery, like going back to the ready state.
Yeah.
Not retaliation, like recovery state when there's only a split second left in that scene. Like if you're gonna cut within a split second after an action happens, you don't need to show the recovery from that action.
Yeah.
Good bouncing. I always get worried of long strings of queens like that because they can easily go very wrong.
Yeah, it's like whenever you're animating, like I know that people talk about how there are two approaches to animating frame by frame stuff. You can either animate where you have keyframes and you in between them, or you can animate so that you're animating like a chain. And this is one of those cases where where each keyframe really determines the nature of the keyframe after it. Like, you know, you're animating as a sequence. So if you animate one of them wrong, you kind of have to throw out the rest of them.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of times you do have to completely backtrack and start from.
But I think that animating this way, it's a lot more organic. It's a lot less planned out. It's
Riley,
like stop motion animation.
Oh yeah.
Stop motion animation has to be like that.
I just want to say one thing.
You said one thing.
You put some weird names in the library.
No, it's not. It's not working.
Yeah.
They get weirder.
That's one of the things I wanted to say about Flash is that anytime you want to use a graphic, anytime you want to group stuff, you have to give it a name. You have to put it somewhere. And I think that the way, at least, is that they're almost always one-off things. That I think a better animation program would be more aware of that. That people don't always, when they use graphics, have them, you know, sorted in this careful way. Like, oh, I'm going to use this later. I'm going to use this 500 times for these different animations. Most of the time, I think it's just used as a way to group stuff. I know that if you control G, that's a group, but it's not very useful. But that doesn't have a name. I think that's the way graphics should be.
I was going to say, if you open up IDFB1 and look at the names, most of them are just me using the keyboard after I create a movie or a graphic because I know I'm never going to use it again.
I think we can all relate to that, yeah.
I can't wait to get up to IDFB1.
It's going to take 25 years.
Grab blur.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a different technique for flipping things horizontally now. And that's to...
Oh yeah, they like go upside down, right?
Yeah, they kind of flip downward.
Oh, yeah.
On either side. So like it'll be facing left, then facing left, face downward, and facing right, facing downward, and facing right.
Yeah,
Maybe that looks a lot better than the
that's not actually what happens in the 3D space, but I think
My phone fell.
It works. Once again, everything's scrolling. It's all about just how it feels, how it looks, more than if it's a physical simulation, a 3D render. Face.
Whoa, she stretches her body.
Oh my gosh, what a contortionist.
Oh, the lipstick was bad there. They didn't. No, when she said great. There's no R.
Yeah. Still works.
Wow.
Hold on. Hold on.
See, I told you shouldn't do that. Whatever.
That still works.
I don't think it's gone though.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say, with the panning here is really bad because the platforms and the grass pan at different rates.
Yeah, once again.
Do that.
Yeah, group them together with a movie clip or a graphic. You don't want this sliding effect.
Yeah,
It's
unless
parallax.
you're really confident that your a 3D parallax effect will work. Make everything like just a plastered 2D image that's moving around.
You just make your timeline as simple as possible. I think one of you was going to say something.
Those SpongeBob's. Oh, the Riley's the sweetest path.
Hi.
Riley. Okay.
Oh, the more panning, not
Yeah. 111 viewers.
How did we get them all to pan at the same speed?
I know. That's because all the hype has died down. Now it's the true fans, true animators.
yeah.
Object show animators.
Pop out.
Oh yeah.
That's like that famous quote.
I think the here. Yes. Look at these different shapes. It doesn't need to be this.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we need to explain how to do it. But
Yeah. This is a flat color here. This is a gradient here. They really could be the same.
in fact, you could reduce two shapes. Like, there's kind of three shapes happening right now.
Yeah. See, you can just make it one big shape like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh,
Look at Coiny!
Coin.
Stop.
It really creeps up on us.
Pretty good. Yay. Also, focusing in on the mouth means you have to animate less, and also really brings attention to what's being said at that exact moment.
Yeah. What you
You say
think?
that.
So we lost a scene. Episode 5. That's the one with that you animated with. Jack. No, it's not you. Then I choose needy. We lost that.
I have no memory of it because I haven't just
So
seen
should we
it.
watch it and talk about it or not? Well, we didn't talk about the first two scenes.
Yeah, let's just go through these.
Okay.
Everybody's motionless.
Well, it's kind of easier that way.
Wow.
The wow wasn't supposed to be there. Yeah, this is kind of like a giant cop-out, but I think it works because the format of this is to react to 7 people.
Yeah. Reactions, yeah.
Oh, another thing I would talk about, like mention here, is when the camera's moving around this much, it's really helpful to have the border of the screen as a guide layer on top of everything, so that you know exactly where the edges of the screen are.
Yeah, we didn't do it here because we hadn't learned yet.
Yeah.
But it's really helpful. Just have a rectangle with no fill,
An outline, like a dark colored outline.
an outline of any color really, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna have maybe have the stroke be a hairline size.
Make it exactly the dimensions of the screen.
Yeah, 640 by 360 00. So now it's exactly the size, the rectangle that your screen is. Make it into a movie clip, call it a border or whatever you want to call it, and then change the blend mode to invert, so that way it's always visible.
Yeah, and then it's not inverting right now.
It's because we have it preview mode. Let's make that full. There we go. Now it's all inverty.
And then oh,
Now you can always see the borders of your screen because that's
then
really
you gotta
important.
make it a guide layer just to be safe.
Yeah, make it a guide layer so that it can't ever peek into the sides if you ever do a control enter.
Yeah, so a guide layer will show up in the animation, like
viewport,
viewport.
but it won't show up in the actual SWF. It's like a comment if you're a programmer.
It's a guide. That's what it's called.
It's a guide, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see how much easier it is to actually see what's in frame and what's not.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, fancy. Having the finger in shot was cool.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, problem with the legs.
Legs.
Golf
Here.
ball's legs are in front of her body. In BFDI style, the legs should always go in back of the body.
Really?
Pretty much.
Is that part of the specification?
Well, I mean, okay, I don't know. Yeah, this whole scene was too zoomed in. Like you couldn't see like enough.
Yeah, there's a lot of emphasis on Pen's face here too.
Oh, it's just sitting there, not moving, right?
Yeah. That's the audience's expression at this point.
I still like that. But Pen still like that too. I remember Michael told me not to do that glowing effect when people mention a character.
I like it though now.
Oh, okay. Well,
now I like
in
it.
episode 9, you forced me to take it away.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think
the voting
BFDI,
won.
all the little quirks and like cute stuff in BFDI that I wanted you to take away. I think I like about the early episodes now.
Oh wow.
Like how that we have the kids' voices go. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I can't even believe we did that.
I like it.
It sounds so corny.
It's like a holdover from the comic books.
Oh yeah. Wow. You should put the characters that are moving in front that hides the lack of movement in the back.
Where?
Early there. We choose golf ball.
Yeah.
The characters in the back aren't moving, but you don't notice.
Oh, once again, it's all about how you divide up your labor.
Yeah. Pen is missing an arm.
It's behind a racer.
Oh yeah, he's grabbing.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, people already know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh.
Or is that Eraser's arm?
It's by himself.
Well, then where's Eraser's other arm?
It's so far behind us that we can't see it even if you move the thing.
Well, there's 4 arms now. There's 4 arms.
Oh,
What
whatever.
are those Bubbles' arms?
They're very excited. Oh my! Very aggressive walk.
Yeah, I like that. But you made that, right?
I don't know. Maybe
Because it's in my scenes. I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway, I think really working hard on an animation is worth it if it cycles, because the more the viewers will appreciate that work.
That's why I think it's a really good idea to put a lot of effort into your assets, because you see them all the time. They're literally the heroes of your animation.
Oh, okay. You would say that because you made the assets.
Yeah, they're very good assets.
Cool, Goiki. Wow. This is a good use of panning. I mean, linear motion.
Soft.
Very. Oh, I don't like that bevel. I also don't like the
There's a
The flat design.
Hi everyone. Oh yeah. I also don't like the team logo thing.
this.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Oh, there's blurring there.
Blurring. Oh yeah. It's the low quality blurring too, so it doesn't have a very good kernel.
I know.
It's all very linear looking.
Well, that's good for motion blurs.
What's that?
Well, if it looks linear, then that's good for motion blurs.
You know, the low quality blurring, it doesn't.
It has a very hard edge to it. It's got a step.
I was
Like,
gonna say it doesn't smooth out the very edges of blur, so that
it adds these extra edges here.
it looks like double vision, I would say.
Oh.
Whereas high quality blurring, there's no clear visions at all. It's kind of like continuous vision.
Like it really does kind of smooth things out. It's got a sort of Gaussian curve
Yeah,
to
well,
it.
you can apply right now to show it looks.
Yeah, I should. Here we go. And change it to high quality.
Also changes Y to
Yeah, why should I remember your explanation.
Yeah, I know. I already explained why that was wrong.
Yeah, let's change that back to low. Back to high.
High just looks better.
And what's actually going on behind the scenes is Flash is applying when it's low, Flash like does one pass of it. When it's high, Flash does multiple passes of it. Because when you have it at low, Flash is like doing a box. The kernel is a box filter. Yep. Yeah, and so that means if you apply it multiple times, can be a tent. Yeah, that's actually how it actually does it behind the scenes, which I think is cool. It really helps you understand how it works. So yeah, there's your box filter. Adding those extra edges there. That's a rectangle. That's not shouldn't be a rectangle. And it becomes a smooth lump. A puddle of junk. Duff in the puddle of junk. Something is moving. Clearly. Listening to me. A smiling F. Yeah. You see it. Too confusing. A small moment of euphoria. I like the composition of the frame here. Very extreme.
Oh, interesting. I probably didn't think
It's
about
like
that.
she's pushed into the corner.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. She also has a higher dimple density count.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I was using masks for that.
Very detailed.
Yeah, now we only use the like quick golf ball body.
Yeah, just whatever's easiest. Oh.
That's blurring.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever have blur in the X dimension and then blur also in the Y dimension,
It looks like a blur in all directions.
Yeah, it just looks like a lens blur or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm just trying to think, what should we talk about that would actually help beginning animators animate?
One person tweeted to me saying that I should make an asset because some people might not know how to make an asset.
Oh, cool! I didn't miss it.
Like a single asset?
Yeah, just like make a character body, you know.
Oh, okay, then
How do you
use it.
do that in Flash?
And then use it, right?
Maybe
Well, we should do it in a different video because this one's supposed to be about episode
maybe we could remake an asset that appears in episode 1.
Okay.
No, the boat's too boring. How about this? I don't know. Nail.
If you're gonna recreate an asset, you want to actually like
Yeah.
animate something from scratch. So you wouldn't want to replace.
Yeah.
I know this is a bit of a topic, but I'm currently completing a game show on Discord right now, and Spicy is hosting it. And well, it was a power beta because it was kind of like a video. My hands are like crap right now because what did I get as a prize? Gold plate. I had to type out. I don't know.
Let's just continue as normal.
Okay. What do we talk about? Our talk involves like the width of the line not feeling directly. That's a cool effect. But okay. What's it? Wow. Also notice that there's no music in any of these. The music came afterwards.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter, I don't think.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, this is a rustling sound, but no animation to accompany it.
Oh yeah.
Bad.
Oh, here comes my favorite line.
Going
Hey, jump onto it!
Into it.
Into it, yeah, I know.
When someone disappears one frame too early, who is it?
It's Coiny. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Well.
Okay.
I feel bad. Well, I'm starting the motor.
And the really dramatic music, it didn't come until later.
Yeah, do you think we should talk about how like we did the tennis ball being half submerged?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The water's a solid color in this case. So really all you have to do is
Put an extra layer on top.
why don't you just do that for all? Yeah.
How does this work?
Double click on him.
Oh yeah.
So you do something like this. The part that's submerging his the same color as the background water, but it's at 50% transparency.
Oh yeah. Here.
It's not quite big enough. It's not even covering his legs.
Yeah, there's no reason it should like be pants shaped like that.
Yeah, you can make it cover as large a region as you want because it's just going to be invisible in front of the water.
Yeah. Like how do it be like that?
But that's submerging him much further.
Well, maybe tennis ball isn't as good a swimmer as we thought he was.
Oh no.
Here.
That looks about the right size the tennis ball's foot at.
There you go. I think tennis balls are pretty buoyant though.
Yeah, whatever. Oh my gosh.
Sea vision.
Should I answer the phone?
Oh yeah, go answer the phone.
Okay. Oh no.
How does this work? We're gonna find out. Oh, well, there we go. I think Club Penguin did something kind of like this, where they had just extra slices of water. Like here we only have one slice, but I think Club Penguin, I remember. I like Club Penguin a lot because they use Flash. So when I was learning Flash, it was a really good way to see how the pros did it. And they use multiple slices of water, so as the penguins move forward and backward, they would be covered up by different slices of water. So they would always look like they were partially submerged. And that was fun. It's time for a purge. Time to eject everybody. Here we go.
No. Don't do it. No.
Oh my god, you got video. That's the reason to purge.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. This is pure entertainment.
Oh,
this is
Meester
what the
joined.
viewers want to see. See, when people come out, fresh blood comes in. You get to see new people you haven't been exposed to before.
Meester Tweester's in the call.
Time to eject Meester.
No, don't. Michael.
Yeah.
What coffee would you like?
Coffee.
Yeah, Mom says Starbucks.
Get on the phone here. I'll tell you. A large Americano with heavy cream. Yeah, Americano with heavy cream. A large. Heavy cream. Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Extreme close-up of face.
Yay. Yay.
Maybe we should talk about the storyboard. Okay, but let me put this one away.
Hey guys, what time is it where you are?
5:58.
Day?
For me, it is 5:57 p.m.
Oh wow! Are you in the central time zone? What state is this?
Canada.
Oh, okay. And which province is this then?
Let me guess.
I'm gonna look at my time zone.
Yeah, John Dude.
Someone,
What?
Mason.
but it's not Mason, no, right?
Mason, we know of a different Mason than you, but we're going to act toward you as if we would
No,
to
don't.
toward the Mason that we know.
Yes,
Don't. John Duke is here.
UTC
eject
minus
people,
5.
You bring in other,
Artur is also a person on the Discord.
Artur.
Yeah, okay, let's go back to something.
Don't keep me underwater for
More than 30 seconds. Oh, wait, we're behind.
Well, that is
Everyone
the
likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, vibrating, a good way to show action without actually moving anything.
Yeah, it has a very good energy to it.
Yeah, and you put the vibration within a graphic, of course, because you want it to loop very easily.
Oh yeah, gotta
Whoa.
make it.
Oh, you have the bug.
Got the bug.
Okay, whatever.
Add some extra tongue.
Wait, it's
energy.
transparent. It's transparent.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh no, no, no. No, it just doesn't look good.
Oh, and here's the faithful. No, and that's the next
Wait. The fish is probably the most beautifully drawn BFDI character. No, the small fish that bite them. That one. Look, absolutely beautiful.
It's a little sprawling.
Whoa, no outline.
Yeah. It's one of the few things that doesn't have an outline.
Yeah.
see the eye is actually an iMovie clip instead of just the line.
Oh wow. You're. There you go.
Ooh, he's
Hello,
angry.
Jess. You changed the entire motive of this entire scene. Now it's
Yeah.
very different scene.
Oh wow. Fish is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an example of where you actually do need to use masking.
Yeah, so masks can be very useful.
I would say masks are only
It's
helpful
some
if...
nerd, the pie guy.
Oh, is someone really here? So when are masks actually useful? I would say...
Hey, some nerd, which one are you?
The character's like hiding behind... He's right there.
Oh.
I brute forced my way in.
Here, let's eject some.
No, don't eject him. Wait, right now, or Other Mason's
gone. He left.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so masking I think is only helpful if like characters are kind of in not precarious, like unusual like spaces where they're like in front of something but also behind it.
Yeah, I say mask when it's actually like changes the topology of what's being seen.
Yeah.
Like if it's something covering something else, obviously you don't need a mask. But if there's something that's actually cannot be done with normal layers, then you need a mask.
Yeah, I think you'd be surprised how many things can be achieved without masks. In IDFB 1, the Yoil Needy railing, it's in front of characters in the front part of the Yoil Needy, but it's behind characters in the back side of the Needy, right? So like you could think of using masks for that, but masks are always a hassle because you create new layers and stuff. So a better solution that I did was I had the background Yoil Needy top movie clip, and then I copied it and created a second copy of it that only included the front half of the front railing yet, and that was in front of the characters.
Let's draw what Carrie had.
Yeah, so
here's the Yoil Needy. This was one movie clip.
You probably shouldn't.
And he put another movie clip.
You could actually
on top like that.
Like put it in the correct layers to show people how it works.
Well, we're done
let's
here.
just do
We're
it.
done.
No, okay.
Covered. There's no need to erase anything.
Okay, you know what? Let me just do it, okay? Okay. So like you would copy this layer, and now you okay, well how do you make this clear? Then you can draw your character. Oh, that's a bad color. Yeah, no, I'm not worried. Yes. But I thought it was like, you know, if you do this, it'll...
I can't draw anything.
Okay, whatever.
It's a new evolution of the bug.
Now look at that. The character is standing in front of the back side of the Yoil Needy and behind the front side of the Yoil Needy. Simply because the here is in front, the whole thing is in back.
This is new technology.
A solution because you're kind of duplicating points in front, but
a good animation program would have, you know, a single graphic be able to have multiple depths. That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
I believe Harmony has that.
Oh.
I'm waiting until they put Flash
That's
for
some
iPad
happy
Pro.
stuff with parallax and whatnot.
Yeah, I guess Flash is just not the best anymore.
It's really fallen behind. Right, let's move on.
Yoy. Oh, the cracks are really good. Cracks are kind of nice because you can just add more and more.
I keep dropping my phone.
Oh no!
Oh no! Don't
bad
drop your phone.
It's alive.
Wow. Oh, that's
Yeah.
bad.
So here's an example where you want to just put the whole graphic with Leafy and the boat and Coiny and Icy and her mouth moving. Put that all in a graphic and then shake that.
Yeah, but first animate the lip syncing first, and then put it to a graphic.
Right. Yeah.
Also,
shaking comes last.
I think them passing over all the weird monsters, it would be better if you just create a still graphic of all the monsters and then just motion between the whole thing across.
Yeah, like because there's so much complexity here. Like I like this.
I thought that was.
Like, I would imagine like so much.
It's not. Like if you look at it, it's pretty bad. And if you actually focus closely on the monsters, some of them pan faster than others.
Yeah.
Oh, parallax.
I guess it's parallax, but it just doesn't. I don't think it passes very well.
This is how it makes me feel.
Oh. Wait, that's a Yellowface. Oh my gosh.
It's Yellowface.
But this is the first appearance of Yellowface.
Are you scared?
Ding!
Boat. Airboat. Yeah, it's gonna fly over everything you're scared of.
Like what even? This is
Look
so
at that shading that breaks the style of BFDI.
Yeah, it does. But like, this isn't like anything else in BFDI. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, I clicked it. This
Should be. This
should BFDI
be
intro?
But the fish, they're here.
What's that? Just stop. What did you say?
Doesn't the BFDI intro grass
We
have
lost
some
it.
sort of gradient?
Huh?
Yeah, there's some gradients in BFDI. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the intro. BFDI. Like the background has the.
Oh yeah, yeah. That connection between the intro and the main BFDI, because the intro is supposed to be all like sexy and have everything's shiny and like have just so much fancy stuff all around. But then that in the actual show, that's the intro is supposed to catch your eye and be distracting. The visuals are supposed to be overwhelming, but you don't want the show to actually have those same graphics all the time.
I don't think it would be too bad if we used the colorful background in the normal show.
I thought the backgrounds from IDFB1 were really nice and colorful and stuff.
Oh, but they weren't gradiented.
Well, there were some gradients in the beginning, right?
Gradients in the backgrounds of the intro again.
Yeah, the intro.
No, the cold
open. The yellow sky.
Oh.
I guess the sky's an exception because
it's so big.
Yeah, it's so big. I don't know. Like, take everything with a grain of salt. It's not really cool to not use gradients.
I mean, we're probably going to say stuff that
contradicts.
Yeah. Well, we finish each other's sandwiches.
Oh, and after this stream, will you be releasing the episode 2 files?
Did you know that we actually farted into the camera to get those fart noises?
Yeah, it took a few tries. We actually had to replace the microphone because it malfunctioned.
Did a lot of burritos to get those farts. Michael's farts ended up being the strongest, so we used those.
Yeah,
Hello.
even this like.
Oh my god!
But you know my favorite sound of that is like at the very end, the guy going like, "What? Like it's better than all the others."
Is my mic working?
I can hear you.
Cool.
Oh, like a boy. Oh my god!
I wish we had the original file.
You know my favorite sound of that is like at the very end, the guy going like, "What?
Oh, am I in?
What would you say is the most useful animation technique?
3D animation.
Hello.
Okay.
When it's a good idea to know bounds of your screen are, because when the three of them are screaming as they're passing through the forest, I was trying to have the trees like show that it really is a forest. But since the trees are way at the edges of the screen, it wasn't very clear that they're actually going through a forest.
Oh yeah.
You see like.
I didn't even know it was a forest.
Yeah, but you see all those trees. Like I should have.
A lot easier if you actually knew where the edges were.
But also, the boat shadow is a circle. Ellipse.
Yeah.
It's not that big.
Not very good.
But it's also too dark. Like I think when you do a shadow, it should be black, but a transparency of like 20%.
20%, the magic carry number.
Well, it's like what I use a lot.
There we go.
See, it looks more natural.
Yeah.
But it's still the wrong shape.
And that should have been a graphic. Here they are. They're completely safe here.
They're both moving underneath them.
Yeah.
Hi, Baba. Also, I was gonna say, confusing the storyline that there are two bodies of water, right? Like the main body of water, the Goiki Canal that they're meant to cross, and then this green body of water that they're later in. So I think if I had to rewrite this, I would make sure that there's only one of every memorable object, so that like when you think of that object, you know exactly like how that relates to the story.
What are you talking about?
Like it's just annoying that there are two bodies of water.
What's okay if this one's green?
One day you should remaster
Yeah,
the
I know,
old
that's why we made
BFDI.
it green so you could tell it apart, but it's still just more complicated than it needs to be. Wait, there's three of someone.
But how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, so it's just a glitch, probably.
Hello, I am new.
Hello. What's your
Yay.
name?
Let's meet him. He just doesn't contribute anything.
Then you can't do this.
Time to.
I would like if you. There's two of the black and white photo.
Oh, he's awake?
Okay.
Third place in Taiwan.
Wow.
I get a
Let's just finish
notification
this
like
episode
every
up. Oh,
second.
I think I added that green. Oh, I don't think.
I want to feel like I'm a little more fancy.
Okay, well, you gotta go back to the beginning.
Yeah, we do. Oh yeah, also a tip. Maybe you might not know this, but you should, in your timeline, click on the top right corner of your timeline, go to short, so you can see more layers at once.
Yeah.
You always have to have that enabled. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, because you don't want the timeline taking up half of your screen, because the majority of your screen should be your drawing tablet, like drawing region, your workspace.
Where'd
I
you
like
get that
fiery
screen
turning
from?
green.
Oh wow,
That
That's
could be,
what-
like a video game.
probably better than I would do now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very dramatic.
You know, all those like movements of the body might be the first time that I like.
You're improving throughout that episode.
Yeah, I am.
How long do
But the problem
storyboards
is
take
that
to put
I
together?
haven't learned to put in kind of graphic yet, so it's all the.
Wayne and
Anyway.
Oh no.
Oh, I use those bubbles a lot.
Yeah.
You know, show breath.
First episode is a very aquatic episode.
It is.
There's a lot of splashes too.
Yeah, I know.
He animated all of them.
Yeah, whatever.
And splashes, I think, just have to be animated frame by frame. Can't tween a single splash, for instance. Yeah, physics simulation. There's a physics simulation in BFDI.
Oh, there is. It wasn't that good. Is the water's underwater?
Yeah.
The water's gonna flow down his throat.
Do you prefer part 1 or part 2?
What's that?
Do you prefer part 1 or part 2?
Part
1,
2.
Part one's more iconic.
The part 2 has the
Scum
actual,
reviews.
Ooh,
Worth more.
controversy.
It actually has the contest, like of them going to across the Goiki Canal,
It's
and
a contest when you have views.
yeah, and there's votes on it too. Like people actually vote on that one. Whatever.
Yeah, what did people comment on the first episode, on first scene, first part?
You know, like normal YouTubers.
Oh, man, yeah. I forgot about that concept.
I can't swim. Oh, that was really hard.
It looks pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
not sure
start
what there is to say.
impression.
So just like going through the FLA and look at it. If you want.
You have to use the last
Oh,
episode?
bad friend. Oh, not worth my time. Oh, I want to talk about that. When you lip sync voices,
Oh, yeah.
there's definitely an open mouth in the "sizz" syllable,
Yeah.
right?
But Carrie here, 12-year-old Carrie here had the judgment otherwise, right? Yeah,
voices.
Once again, it's all about lip syncing and animation. It's being all very subjective.
Yeah, and I think now,
Just gotta feel right.
now voices, I would always animate it as 2 syllables. Forgot golf ball.
Hey guys.
Also, you can hear people's voices who aren't on Spongy, but when you have a crowd, I'm pretty sure it's okay to just like use your standard like crowd talking sound, and it'll
Is
cover
that
all
what you do with the
bases.
screens?
Yeah, we use the same screens. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the screams are all yeah. I think there was just one scene where there's like 3 people screaming, and like one of them was like teardrop, so she doesn't even scream, and we still use like, crowd screaming. So like it's literally 2 people making the screams of like 20.
What if Teardrop secretly has the ability to speak, but she decides not to?
Well, that's very likely. But like again, we know that teardrops just bubble with water inside. So if she opens her mouth,
All
then
shows
water
have their
will leak out.
secrets.
Yeah. Oh, intense music here. Isn't it nice how when people are swimming and you can't see their limbs, you only need to motion moving down? like this is so lazy animation. Oh yeah, like I was debating it to myself whether bubble pops when pins points touches her outline or her fill. And I made it her fill so that the point of the pin actually goes through the outline before she pops.
Oh yeah.
I think it should be the other way around.
I would have put a reflection.
Oh yeah,
so you can see where they actually
Oh
converge.
right, yeah. So like reflections are very helpful, I guess, if it gives you a sense of 3D space. You know?
I know this is like a really silly question, but are you self-taught or did you go to a class to animate this well?
No classes. No classes.
Self-taught.
Don't pay money for a class.
Yeah. Certain things.
This is your class.
Certain things are better just learned through
I went to a
experience
class
and
and it's
experimentation.
pretty pointless because I just learned everything again.
That's where I learned Algodo.
Is Algodo? There's no Algodo class, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I learned it self-taught.
If they give you the class for free, then take it and get a good grade.
Learn Algodo for $14.99 an hour.
The fun part of it is, well, I don't know if it's the fun part, but like the fact that you can do whatever you want and there's no like rubric or like set guidelines. You just do whatever you want. So I would only do it if there were no class. If there was a class, I wouldn't enjoy it because I have to follow their instructions.
It's a free sandbox world where you can do whatever you want.
Same with Flash.
Here, it's time for new fresh blood.
I created an
We're gonna-
IDFB Marble Race, actually. Uploaded it today.
Wait, let's just finish all the scenes. There's only one left.
Yeah.
This is
What
the
are we
most-
gonna do after?
I like that nice Verdana.
Yeah.
Good font.
That's the thing.
It's the IKEA font now.
Oh yeah. The blurring. Do you think it's good blur? Not good blur.
Oh, you guys use that a lot.
I think it's good. I would use it now if it looked better. Like the concept is, the style is what I would want, but it's a lot of effort to make one that actually looks good.
Yeah.
There should be like, I should like write a shader that actually like just generates one.
It's gonna take you like 10 years to make.
But it would be so worth it.
Please.
Did you actually change the color or did you use an effect?
I use tint.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I'm lazy.
No, I think we
I use advanced tinting.
used addition.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know how those worked back then, so I just pretty much tinkered around and tried something that like trial and error. Stop. Evil. You made it evil for a second.
Outlines are lighter.
Evil Leafy. Evil Leafy is.
This is
beefy.
how Evil Leafy came into this world.
No, don't start more lore.
See that?
Stop. That's
This-
not
It
evil.
might not look like it, but this is the most important part of the episode.
No,
Everyone
stop.
fandoms,
How
people.
Evil Leafy- And there she is, Evil Leafy.
Oh, no.
Leafy's birth.
And she sends Leafy off as a symbolic thing. It's not actually.
Oh,
monster,
stop.
but-
Secrets, there's already enough.
Stop. Wow. Wait, Eraser actually digs his body into the sand. There's no physical way that could actually work.
Yeah. See that?
Red floating stuff. It's masking. I know. I'm smarty.
And this is a voice.
Yeah. That's the sound. Actually,
Oh my gosh, that's really good.
Yeah, I think.
I wanted to
Animate
ask, how did you animate this ribbon? When
How do we animate what?
When it rips.
Oh, well, let's get there. Oh, that was manually. I broke apart the movie clip and I like literally just dragged the lines. It doesn't look very good, and at the end you can see the letters are kind of like sparse, like spread all over the place because they're not. And then I broke them apart.
Rip this rib.
Twin.
Alright, I'm gonna go. I want to give someone else a chance to get on.
Oh,
God.
bye. Oh,
wow.
sacrificing
How
yourself.
nice of you.
That is
Yeah.
extremely nice.
I commend you
That's for
on your.
Oh,
Also, it looks like two,
It's been fun, guys.
three
Bye.
of me in here.
bye.
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 How many are there? Here, we
There's
should just
like
search everybody.
there's three of me in there, so you can kick two of me out. So
Okay. What if I kick and all three go away?
No, let's purge all
Then
three.
he dies.
Just one extra, you know.
there's like there's three of me in there, so you can kick two of me out.
That's
so.
a good idea.
What if I kick and all three go away?
Let's.
I'm
like it.
making the BFDI
But let's
intro.
purge everybody. Time for Mr. Object.
No.
Everybody right now.
Oh no, not me.
No.
I'm innocent.
What's going on right now?
Stop.
I just came in.
Let's just finish the
Okay.
scene.
Yeah, you can live for a little longer.
I will. Oh, I remember that.
I remember this, it felt like such a big deal because this is the beginning of all voter interaction on BFDI. It just felt so substantial just to be saying you get to vote someone on this watching graves.
Very novel idea.
I mean, it's not that novel, but it's just like it felt
How the
the big
military actually did save my butt too.
voter interaction on BFDI. Somebody's got something playing.
Oh my god.
It's an echo of us. It's an echo. This is gonna show up.
I don't know what's going on.
Somebody's got something playing.
What's going on? There's like so many.
Really good transition. Oh my god.
I don't think it's that good.
This is gonna show up.
This scene, this shot. Okay, one frame is not good. What it really should be is put a keyframe right before the end of the motion tween, and then instantly snap to the end, so that way, like, motion is happening as the change happens.
Something should not be swapping symbols when it's stationary.
Yeah, only swap symbols when it's moving, so you can hide the seam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your
Better,
favorite
yeah,
part
much
to
better.
animate in all of BFDI?
Yeah, I would like to know.
What would you like to know?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part to animate in the entirety of BFDI? What was your
That's a lot to think about.
IDFB intro.
Oh yeah, that's a good part. I think I really liked last BFDI, the machine. That's not really canon.
I like that.
I like that
It's
as well.
canon.
Even though
It
I
happened
do
at some
too.
point in time. No, it's not canon. It's not canon. There's no recovery center, or else they would actually be able to like erase your goes or whatever.
How did you even make the machine?
What they do with the machine.
What's my favorite part to animate?
What's
Magic.
your favorite part to animate in BFDI?
I liked animating the grass. That was nice.
Grass.
Grass?
Grass is nice.
Yeah, grass is very good at
Grass
animating.
is
So
nice.
much to do. So many.
Grass is really nice.
It's just
I like 29 and 5E.
I like
Oh, you know what I like to
animating.
animate?
BFDI
When golf
for very
balls
interesting. Selfless.
coagulated into Dream Island. I was really proud of how that turned out because it actually wasn't that difficult,
Seamless.
but it actually looks like coagulating, kind of.
I'm just something.
Yeah.
Teardrop, leafy, flower, and golf ball.
Golf ball.
So-called ice cube.
Golf ball.
But then ever since Ice Cube, there's a click during the cube.
Everyone's saying
Oh,
golf ball
ice
to get
cube.
eliminated.
Ice cube and
I guess
You guys
nobody
aren't
cares.
freaking out over this?
Ice Club.
ice cube and tennis.
Ice
ball.
Club.
Always, every time. Also,
Ice globe. Pointless from the
Golf ball.
second
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Good choice.
Yeah. That's actually the first time the announcer actually says BFDI.
Oh wow.
Which is why, like, when people do, like, compilations of Banana Infinity versus BFDI, this is the shot they have to use for BFDI introducing itself.
Oh huh.
I just want to hear a bit of
Shading's
it.
not right here. Actually, no. Actually, if this were a shadow, this would be fine. The light's coming from the back.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a shadow. This
A lot of
actually-
them is like, I just want to use
Doesn't.
question.
The whole thing is in shadow, and this is a different light.
It looks pretty
This
good.
is our rim light, or whatever.
It's like,
It looks pretty good.
Wow.
It's rounded a rectangle.
But how
The
did
whole thing
it-
is in shadow. And
I vote for golf ball.
everyone's
this one's further our rim, whatever.
Did anyone here vote on episode 1?
Rounded a rectangle.
I didn't know
No, I don't think
BFDI
so.
until the middle of
Like,
the high.
only 7 people voted on the first episode.
I don't know.
Here vote on episode 1.
Oh, it must be a real strain on Woody's mouth to keep it open.
Yeah, it is. Also, if you want to make it nighttime, just animate anything normally and then put a transparent black.
It must be.
I remember this. I remember this. The night stop.
Let's make it the opposite of nighttime. Let's make it super daytime. Blend mode.
That's super nighttime.
Right.
I remember this.
Super daytime.
It's super daytime with this
Super hell time.
Super hell time. What the heck?
That's
Guys, I can't even hear nothing.
Then raspberry lemonade.
Daytime with this
Super hell time. Oh, back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that because
Yeah.
the graphic of the moving is just like a single graphic. So like, when I changed it, I just
Guys, I'm not
learning. Oh, no, I just yeah, we finished the episode. Yay!
Yay!
Questions?
We went through a great live stream with many struggles.
We went through a great live stream.
In the end,
We finished the episode. Better than last
I
time,
salute you.
Stay and hang out and just turn off the live.
Let's open up the text chat. We haven't been checking that.
I want.
I salute you.
I still want to be in the video chat.
Steal my jokes.
Live.
Can we do it?
Guys, can you let me on the stream? I've been waiting for it right now. Like, I really want to join.
What about the stream?
I really want to join the stream. Let me in.
You're already in, right?
You're in the. Yeah, you're speaking.
I know.
It's the utmost.
I think you're already in.
I am kidding, making a jokey joke.
Oh, very good
Hello,
joke. I
Daddy.
like it.
What was the joke?
He was joking that he wasn't in the stream, but actually he was.
Now I'm just confused.
Hey,
I've
that's
learned a
not
lot
a
of it now.
Oh, have fun. Here, let's do the hat again.
Hey, Michael.
Welcome. I've learned a lot of it now. Welcome to
Oh, have fun.
Oh yeah,
Very
he's so
stylish.
cool. You're such a cool boy. Oh.
Oh my
Very
god.
cool. Get out. Oh, Michael isn't cool anymore. Oh, Michael's cool. Now
Guys,
he's
is anyone-
underwater cool.
Oh my
He's as cool as the ocean.
Oh, you
Oh my gosh.
He has a cat and I can't.
Dog filter.
No.
My birthday.
Yeah,
Can I steal
any of them? This is my birthday.
Can I steal any of them?
It's better than that's better than that. He has a cat and I can't.
Dog filter.
Does this mean the stream's pretty much
Oh
over?
yeah, we're having a party under the
Overtime.
water, yo.
Questions?
Games. New gaming channel now.
No, I don't want the game.
Oh yeah, we're having a party under the water.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, they don't.
Uh-oh. Oh.
That's it. At the end, it's like. At least you get something.
Every time you clap, I clap.
At the end, it's like.
I don't understand. They don't. Yeah, they don't work anymore. Okay.
Whatever.
Fun.
Yay.
Can we stay here? Can we stay in that and you just leave?
Wait.
Fun.
Can you repeat
Hey
that?
guys, I have a
What was the question?
Body FB1. The mysterious voice is actually Orange Carrie.
Did you have a request?
I request that you sell yourself to me.
Did you have a request? I did not understand.
I request that you sell yourself to me. Wow, your thing is so late.
I can't hear anything.
This is confusing.
Your
Yeah.
thing is delayed.
Okay.
Oh,
No, I can hear you. No, it was really quiet, so I couldn't hear. Do you want us to read this?
Let's read it. Let's read it. Let's read it.
I don't feel like reading it.
Get ready for some new Jack and Jellyfin content.
I'm just gonna sit back. I don't want to hear this.
Brothers. This species is called Brothers. How tall are you?
You are brothers.
Louder.
No. I don't want any of your dumb old complaints about being short. Hey, it's not that bad.
Brothers.
Anyway, feel lucky you aren't one of these guys. Zooms in. Their names are Ron. Ron and the word Ron lights up. And Harold, same thing. As you can see from the words that are underneath them. Anyway, look at them. They're only 6 inches tall. Zooms out, and other people normal sized appear by them. 6 inches appears in quotes by them. Yes, Ron and Harold go to school, 3rd grade. But they're really smart. Like I'd call it Louder?
Oh, no, I just thought it was too quiet, but I guess it's fine.
You can see down there.
Yeah, I know.
But they're really smart, like college level.
Oh.
Ron and Harold aren't that smart, so they haven't come up with something to make them big. Ron and Harold's teacher, Mrs. Jem, really has these crazy science experiments that are so dangerous they might explode. Explosion. So her classroom is 200 feet from the rest of the school. Zooms out. So the unluckiest kids in the world, Mrs. Jem's students, are in alphabetical order:
Crossed out.
Cindy, Derek, Dustin, Jane, Gloria, Harold, June, Nicole, Owen, Retta, Ron, Todd, and Wendy. Yeah, small class. Anyway, let's see what's up. Laughing. Oh yeah, Ron and Harold had it hard. Everyone laughed at them. Harold got very angry. It had gone too far. Stilts hadn't worked. Neither had the balloons, or the big clothes, or the cardboard pictures, or the standing on top of each other on the, well, you get the point. Anyway, Harold was getting angry, very, very angry. He decided to have revenge on all the normal-sized people in the class. So, he whispered his plan to Ron. The next day, Ron and Harold began their plan. Ron and Harold are really smart, so they came up with a drug that makes whoever drinks it twice as small to every teaspoon.
Every teaspoon they drink makes them twice as small.
Okay, Then they would sneak it into everyone's lunch boxes. This sounds pretty dangerous.
No, it's fine.
Uh-oh.
Wahaha. Ron and Harold aren't that smart, so they did it during the wrong time of day, when Mrs. Jem did her science experiments.
Uh-oh, they're going to juvenile.
Unfortunately, Mrs. Jem's classroom was the only place on Earth that had a special non-renewable molecule crucial for Ron and Harold's drug. So they could never, ever make it again. Ever. So the people kept on laughing. Harold was getting very, very, very angry. Very, 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 very angry.
Now it's capitalized. It's very, 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 very angry.
Ron. He didn't have too much of a temper. Ron was getting worried about Harold. Cuts to Harold going crazy. Suddenly, Harold had a plan.
Ron had a plan.
Ron, they're pretty much the same.
No, Harold goes crazy.
Ronald.
If they couldn't make everyone else smaller, they could make themselves bigger.
They actually tried.
So when the two brothers got home, they got to work. Ron and Harold are really smart, so they built a robot. They're not that smart. So they just combined their names for the robot's name, Honnold. I guess you could say it stands for something like hands and nose, otherwise like Derek. Picture of Derek appears. Or, other than eyes, has absolutely no other looking device. That's a pretty good acronym.
Oh, kind of.
But yeah, otherwise it was just Ron mixed with Harold. Anyway, Ron and Harold could go inside the robot. The robot could go to school, and no one else would know. It was the best idea ever. Ron and Harold are so smart. They made the robot's physical movements very realistic.
But they're not.
Ron and Harold aren't that smart, so they didn't have a microphone for speech. Instead, they had 3,000 buttons for every word in a third grader's vocabulary. Zooms out from one open shelf. Show very many.
It's just like a lot of buttons everywhere.
And Ron and Harold sit here. Also, Honnold had 2 doors for food and an emergency exit that opens for a press of a button. So Harold Honnold was put to the test. Cuts to school. So far, things were going pretty well. Honnold, with backpack on, falls over. Well, okay-ish. Everyone just thought Ron and Harold were sick and another student had moved here.
What's the point?
But really, things weren't going all that great. Wendy, so what's your favorite color? Honnold, it is light. Cuts to inside Honnold. Ron and Harold are rapidly close. Plus open shelves press. Blue. What about your favorite color, Wendy? That's okay. I don't really want you to know. But
You're my
Honnold
favorite
managed to
color.
survive a couple of days, but only a couple. They got by until it happened.
No, it happened is underlined.
Until it happened. Nicole.
Till.
Hi, Honnold. Honnold. Hello. Nicole. Oh, say the hookah gods. Honnold. Fire. Hoop. Quick. Do I have to? Nicole. Yes.
It's all caps.
Honnold.
Yes.
Yes. Honnold. I don't want to. Nicole.
Ah.
Honnold. Really? Punches Honnold. So Honnold went haywire. He ran and toddled in circles, upside down. His emergency chainsaw buzzed about. Even the emergency exit kept shutting closed when Ron and Harold tried to escape. Soon, Nicole realized Honnold was dangerous. Nicole screams and runs out front door. Ron and Harold are really smart, so they made a self-destruct button. They're not that smart button. Put it on the outside. Zooms out to crazy Honnold. Yeah, bad idea. I mean, really, someone did press the button. Explosion, but after smoke clears, Honnold is still there. So what did Mrs. Gem think of this? She used her secret doorway that only opens to her DNA. Shows Mrs. Gem going through, Cindy swiping through too, it locking a lot.
Weird.
Whoa, nice move, Cindy. Zooms into final 5.
Oh, it's elimination again. They're all getting killed.
Derek knew he had to escape and get help, so he went. Hear scream. Goes to Ron pressing button in Honnold. Derek the Daredevil had indeed made it, but did he get help? No.
This is a bad story.
Last page. Shows him playing video games. But we do have good news. Watch. Shows 3, 2, 1, old style. Ron and Harold escape through door.
Jane gasps.
Jane gasps. So it was down to 3 people.
Harmed.
Wendy gasps. Todd says, yeep. And June, help. Anyway, ever notice your head doesn't go squish? Todd felt his head.
I remember this.
It was hard enough, so he crashed through window. Well, you can see. Suddenly, Todd spotted a plug. You see, Ron and Harold are really smart, so the robot was made so it doesn't have to be plugged in. But Todd didn't know that. He thought unplugging it would turn Honnold off. Nope. Todd flicks switch. Derek's video game shuts down inside. Lights turn off. Wendy and June shriek. Derek did not like his video game turned off. In his anger, he threw a controller. Hits plug, breaking it. Ron and Harold aren't that smart, so their best way to stop a malfunctioning robot was to build another to destroy it.
Stop!
Ooh, you're in trouble.
Pretty good story.
Like,
Yeah,
is it a thing you're going to make? Is it like a school assignment of some kind?
No, it's not. It's just for fun. There's a part 2.
Oh, there is?
Oh no.
It's
But that
best.
means I will want to stay here longer.
No.
It's best to cliffhanger this.
I'm just confused.
Oh, here's a storyboard of Honnold, but it's not finished. Anyway.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald.
Oh, wait, these are the character designs.
Oh, are they mine?
Yeah. Do you not want them to see it?
No, it's fine. Michael of past.
Yeah. Or should I?
God.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to. Let's find more stuff.
My God. My God. That was Max.
How was
Was it?
Max? It was.
Oh, there's a
How do you know?
Okay.
Why?
Because I see it.
But how do you know?
Oh my god.
I think the rest of the
Or is it true?
Oh, that's fine. Look at this.
Smurf.
Says Carrie is dumb.
Yeah,
But if you
Carrie,
put
you're
this-
stupid. Ha
If you put this in there, there's a knot in there. I think it's like disappearing.
Oh
ink or
my
something.
god.
Yeah.
Hey guys, have you heard of Jack and Jellyfy?
No, I've heard of Jack and
Here's a
Jellyfo.
Here's a cartoon with Jack and Jellyfy on it. Isn't it really good?
Wow, it's red and black. I like those
I'm
colors.
trying to get it focused.
Holiday Nathan Land comic.
Oh, I can kind of see it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So see.
Carrie remade a comic with Nathan in it that's really well made. How to Boil Water. There's the first half page of it. I bet you'll like it a lot.
I don't think so. They don't even know the context.
Yeah, you guys don't even know about Nathan.
What about
Nathan
Nathan?
was the biggest thing before BFDI.
This is something from Andrew.
He was from The Sims, right?
Nathan's not from The Sims, but
And just
he
now
was
we're gonna have to wait for a cliffhanger for part 2, aren't we?
Yeah, I remember doing that.
Zimbabwe.
Aren't we, guys?
That means you know in Sim
Oh,
language.
that type of Sims. They were like
They
Sims.
haven't seen Nathan Land.
I thought you meant the Sims.
These guys haven't seen it.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, Carrie is happy. Look at that
Whoa.
poster of Battle for Dream Island. Isn't it just
Isn't it
exciting?
beautiful? Woo.
Okay, wait.
Hey guys, there's more than one poster, did you know? We were gonna sell these. There's over 60 different posters in here.
60.
That are
Ooh.
BFDI posters.
Ooh. Now
Can I have one for
Those
free?
aren't related. But do you see
Me
this?
too.
There's one. There's another.
Wow.
There's a whole stack of these.
I
And
want
someday we could sell them or something. I don't know, but we didn't get
But I
around
have
to
no
it.
money. Can I get a discount of 100%?
Maybe we should give them away at BFGI meetups now that we do.
Funny.
meetups.
Yeah, we'll do one in the UK. I don't know.
You should. You
Your
should.
next meetup better be in my neighborhood or I'll cry. And I
This is the
cry
first
why.
Nathan Land. Wait, are we ever to the Nathan Land?
Yes, Nathan Land is the best thing ever. Even bigger than Nathan.
It's not really that good. This one's
Okay, the thing about Nathan Land was that was that Carrie had a cartoon called Nathan, and I made a cartoon that said this is Nathan, but Carrie didn't like it because it was fake, because only Carrie can make Nathan. So I just wrote Nathan Land at the end.
yeah.
So the first one's by me.
The problem is that I can't really read this because it's mostly visuals.
I remember
but
Nathan Land Nathan Land 2 wasn't very good.
here's a sense of what the comics are like.
Nathan Land.
Nathan's line is on your side.
Oh, I'm just gonna be going through old comics. Here, listen anymore. What's this?
Recipes, everything.
Oh wow, I don't feel like showing this.
Game.
Are we done yet?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what's
Oh,
this?
you're leaving? No.
I don't. What's this?
Carrie abandoned me for 3 months.
It's like a picture you drew of me. I
Oh.
think.
Guys, can we just end the screen?
Breathe, Dwight Glork.
I'm playing the DS, I think.
Oh.
This is me playing the Nintendo DS.
How
Then there's, like,
detailed.
some people up here too. They have
Oh.
names.
Hmm.
Eater and Blower.
Hi.
Bubbles. Oh, my bubble blower right there.
Hi.
This
Oh,
is
my
like-
bubble blower.
Oh, wait, here's BFDI characters. Oh, you love
Hey,
BFDI characters, right?
Oh, these are BFDI characters if they wore clothes.
Ew,
I drew
ew.
this.
And
Bro.
Craig.
Ew, clothes. Those are disgusting and
How are
unnatural.
clothes?
Oh, this might have my ideas for the BFDI animation software.
Oh, hey, Mike.
Oh, really? Oh, this is really old. I don't think.
I know, but this might be from when we. Hey, who's this?
Michael.
Who's this?
What does that sound?
He's taking pictures.
Hey, Michael.
Hangout.
Hey.
Oh, but it's empty.
Find me, Leafy. I'm gonna kill you.
Might be.
Hey, do you remember? I don't know which of you have seen the cartoon when video games malfunction.
Hey, it's a guy eating an apple.
It's the guy
Or
from when video games
ball.
malfunction eating an apple. What the heck? And it's not an apple; it's a sphere.
This was not worth showing. I don't know if people are enjoying this.
Yeah, the stream is over, so you can leave if you want to.
No, I'm gonna stay until you leave.
Don't.
And don't leave, so I can stay forever.
Gonna leave.
Don't message me.
Here.
Let's talk about things, nice things.
Oh my
Let's go
god.
through the old flash stuff.
I'm at BFDI live stream.
It's not.
Did you know that
Michael the Magic. You guys don't know about Michael the Magic Person. It's a better
Michael
version of
the
Pop the Magic Dragon.
Michael.
Look at Michael the Magic Person.
Michael is
Michael
magic?
the
Michael.
Magic Person lived by the bay. He frolicked on his computer. He did it every day. Carrie was his brother. He was much better than Michael. He called him what should we call it? Which is a unicycle.
That's not very good. And then twice the refrain.
I can't see the lyrics.
Okay.
Carrie and Michael were
Michael,
brothers. Yes, they
Magic.
were. In fact, they were twins and rarely did shiver.
I gotta make sure this is screen.
Hey.
Family and friends came whenever they wanted. Michael's enemies never came. They said the place was haunted.
Twice the refrain. The melody can get really annoying really fast.
One day it happened. Carrie went to a friend's house.
I can't read it from there.
Yeah. Michael
Yeah,
got
Michael.
extremely scared. He was afraid of the tiniest mouse. Carrie was having fun, but to Michael everything was scary. Michael was really scared. He needed his brother Carrie. A few hours later, Carrie came back home. Michael had been scared half to death. He was curled
Hey,
into a dome.
Michael.
Michael was happy and danced. He twirled and no longer cried. On this very creepy, and so he stepped outside.
And then you have to do the refrain like 3 more times. This is so bad.
This song was just so inspiring for me.
Hey, Michael.
Create more songs, and before
Hey,
I
Michael.
became Taylor Swift.
I have the Zoe Zislin story, but
Zoe Zislin,
it's really long.
A River of Trash. We should read it.
Not right now. It's like it would take.
Michael,
We're gonna read a River. We're gonna read a River of Trash by Carrie.
Hey, Michael.
Oh, Carrie, do you have the Carrie Michael book?
I do, but it's also right here. But I don't. Okay, well the Carrie Michael book has a lot of short stories.
I know. Oh, let's read them. You guys don't know about A River of Trash. That's the biggest epic written by Carrie.
River of trash. It's trash.
This is just like a tiny
Better throw it in the
floor
trash.
in my room.
Oh yeah.
I'm the creative Carrie, and Michael is the Mary Michael. Hooray! Oh, there's poems on the back. I don't know what my poem is. Okay, here. Okay, if it's it's glued. No, it's not. I don't want to read this. I don't want to read this.
Me, smart, nice, biking, playing piano, swimming,
Hijack.
family, friends, home, school, reading, programming, learning, creative, imaginative, Carrie.
I don't think we should read these. They sound like
Yeah,
I-
they're school assignments. They're not very
This is better
inspired.
stuff. This is the poop one.
Oh, the poop one, really?
No, it's
The
Yeah,
first grader completed his painting, and his fingers were dripping with paint. He had painted a greenish-brown blob. A masterpiece, he shouted. The boy sat on his masterpiece, painting his bottom brown. "Ooh," he squealed. "Squishy." His masterpiece turned into a smear, which he promptly pressed his face into. "I've always wanted a face paint." You know what? I'm not going to read this.
Okay. This is the father and all that. That was not very
You
good.
know, let's read a River of Trash.
No, I like this one. Okay, I guess I'll just read this.
Oh,
one.
I like this one.
It's too small to
Yeah,
read.
let's read it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, let's just... We're not going to show this one on the screen. Let's read it.
Together?
No, let's not.
Okay.
Let's read this quickly. One day, a blackbird flew over a town, and that bird just decided to land on the edge of a house's roof. A tall woman came out from the inside of the house and turned around. Right as she saw the bird, she jumped backward, and soon an evil look came across her face.
Hi,
The
Michael.
woman reached out for the bird. It turned away in fear, but her hand was too fast, and it snatched that hopeless bird from the edge of the roof. The hand was as cold as ice, and the bird, now already paralyzed with fear, froze with ice. The ice crystals pierced the poor bird's cells, and it died right there and fell to the ground. "How sickening," the woman remarked, and she walked inside. But there were at least 10 dead bird carcasses decaying on her front porch, who all had died from the evil woman's ice-cold hand. Meanwhile, in a tree a couple blocks down, the baby's birds shrieked. They were hungry, waiting for their now non-existent mother. And then they died too. If those birds hadn't died, they might have had more babies, and so even though the woman had only killed around 100 birds directly, she had prevented thousands from living in total. Is there more?
There's more. I'm not sure if it's worth it, though.
It's kind of ironic, actually, because the woman herself liked birds that didn't rest on her roof. The woman, she knew it was cruel to kill birds, but she had done it so many times. Now it seemed okay to do. It seemed okay to her, at least. And then that day was the day her 23 cousins would come to her house for a party for the first time in 20 years. The cousins did not know of the rotting birds, though they thought the woman's porch would be bird-free. But they were wrong. As soon as they arrived, 9 got so startled they fainted. Out of the 14 that did not faint, 3 vomited.
No, this isn't overreaction.
4 screamed, and 1 ran home. Surprisingly enough, 6 were not surprised. In fact, 1 even said, "Oh, I do that too." But it was mean, cruel, and just wrong to do. The woman opened her door and let her cousins in, but instead she saw 9 of her cousins lying unconsciously on her porch. She herself screamed, but then she figured it out. At least she thought she did. Earlier that week, her son decided not to eat his vegetables. The woman knew he must eat them, or else he wouldn't get the vitamins he needed. She told him to eat them, but he refused, so she let him go. Later that night, when the boy was sleeping, she fed him the vegetables. He awoke and choked. Now he was getting back at her for making him choke. And that's the end.
The ending had nothing to do with the whole bird catching thing. But there are some better ones in here.
You know, guys, this is a stream about BFDI. We should be talking about BFDI a bit more.
Oh, that's one about the things that fly.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth reading though.
Let's read a River of Trash.
But it's in here. It's in here too. But it's so long. It's like really long.
Let's speed read it.
Oh, here's a day at school. When you reverse it, it says something else.
Oh yeah, but
Read that.
you can't really read it and have it have the same impact.
Oh, okay, fine. I don't want to read this. It's really cringy.
I don't think it's cringy. I think it's really cool.
Oh no!
This is Carrie's best work ever.
Remember.
No, I remember it. I liked it. I actually read it now and then.
Finish it. It's gonna take hours.
A River of Trash by Carrie Huang.
Let's not read this.
Chapter 1, Max.
Let's not.
Rip, rip. Zoe turned. "Johnny, why did you rip up my 1,000-word essay? Now I have to start all over again because you ripped it into teensy-weensy pieces." "You don't have to start all over again," Johnny pointed out. "See, this piece has the word shoe on it. You could use that." "Johnny, you know that won't help. It's just one word. I mean, art on it," Johnny exclaimed. "Are you even listening to me? Can you hear me? Do you even know I exist?" Zoe yelled. "This piece, wait, were you saying something?" "Okay, Johnny, from now on, no more ripping up my stuff. You ripped off my refrigerator costume and now my essay. Zoe and Johnny's mom, Wendy, came into the room, holding a few sheets of paper. Zoe, I found your essay under your bed. Don't lose it again. But if that's my essay, then what's that? Asked Zoe, pointing to what Johnny had ripped up. Oh, I think that was just your rough draft, Wendy replied. Ha ha, Johnny laughed. You got angry over something that doesn't really matter. Johnny, you are the most annoying person I know, Zoe shouted. I wish there was someone or even something else you could play with. Anything. After some pondering, Zoe got an idea. Hey, Mom, can we get a pet dog? I suppose, as long as you remember to take care of him. Great, now Johnny can be happy without annoying me. So the next day, Zoe, Johnny, and Wendy went to the animal shelter to get a dog. Oh, how about this one? Johnny asked when they got there. That's a weed, Johnny, Zoe answered. I know, but can we get it? Johnny asked. We're getting a dog, not a weed, you know, Zoe explained. Oh, okay, then how about this one? Johnny asked. He was pointing to a small puppy. Sure, if that's the one you want, Wendy replied. What is it? Zoe asked. It's a dog. They're called dogs, Johnny explained. Can you say dog? Well, you're going to have to, in a year... Skip the page. This is a really good story. It really doesn't do justice to read it, because I'm not very good at reading stuff. I know it's a dog, but what kind of dog? Zoe asked. It's a golden retriever, Wendy answered. A puppy, too. Okay, I guess this is our pet then. What should we name it? Zoe asked. Spot, Johnny screamed out. Well, Zoe began. Spot, Johnny shouted again, more angrily. I don't like Spot. It's too old-fashioned, Zoe explained. Spot, Johnny screamed again. How about Max? Zoe asked, hoping that Johnny would not blurt out Spot again. Johnny paused for a few seconds. Okay, Max is good. So that was how Zoe and Johnny got their first dog, Max. The next day, when Zoe was at school, she met up with her best friend, Katie, at recess. Guess what? Zoe said. What? Katie asked. Yesterday, we got a pet dog, Zoe exclaimed. What's his name? No. Let me guess. Is it Spot? Zoe frowned. Sometimes I don't understand you, Katie. What? You mean I can't You mean I can read minds? His name is actually Spot? No, it's Max.
Yay!
Then how come you said that sometimes you don't understand me? Katie asked. She was confused. Spot is the name my annoying brother chose. I can't believe you thought of the same thing. Well, Spot is a common dog name. Yes, I guess it is.
Okay, that's enough. Chapter 1 is enough.
Chapter 2, Sickness.
No, stop.
Ring.
No, it gets worse.
Finally, Joey shouted. She thought that school would never end. Zoe shoved her homework into her backpack and rushed out of the school. When Zoe got to her house, she saw a cardboard box on the front lawn. Johnny poked his head out the top. What are you doing this time? Zoe asked. I'm camping with Max, Johnny replied. He placed 2 brown leaves on top of his sparse brown hair. Right, Max, I forgot about him, Zoe remembered. You forgot Max? Our first dog? How could you? Johnny cried.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
I was at school. At school, you have to think. When you think, you forget about other things. Johnny paused. Then he shouted, I don't want to go to school. Well, you're going to have to in a year, warned Zoe. Do I have to? Johnny whined. Of course you do. When you're 6, you have to go to school or else you'll be a hobo. Anyway, you should have gone to preschool when you were 4, and you should be in kindergarten now. Well, I'm 5. Next year, you'll be 6. Johnny paused. Oh no, Johnny cried. Sorry, but you have to go to school. Johnny made up his mind. I'll be a hobo, he shouted. Okay, whatever you say. But just remember, once you screw your life up, it's very hard to unscrew it up. I don't care. Okay, well, I'm going inside. She walked into the house. She started her math homework. How was school today? Wendy asked. Good, Zoe answered. Hi, future zombies. I'm glad you're here.
Hey, Jack.
I lost my place.
Hey, Michael. Or your Cray.
Good, Zoe answered, working on problem number 1. What happened? Wendy asked. Nothing. Zoe, how come I can never get you to say what actually happened at school? Something had to have happened. Nope, Zoe replied. Nothing happened.
Michael.
Are you dead? Of course not. Then you lived. See, something did happen.
Michael.
Yeah.
Why did you take a hiatus in 2013?
Because we had a lot of schoolwork.
Yes,
we still have a lot of schoolwork.
BFDI A6.
Then you live. Mom, I think you're acting silly now, Zoe stated, now on problem 2.
Hey, what's good in the hood?
But I like
I don't
the
mean to be
idea
rude,
of
but I'm
being
doing my homework. Well, alright. As Zoe heard her mother leave, she looked at problem 3. 6.5 times 2.7, she said to herself. She got into a rhythm with the problems. About half an hour later, Zoe finished the last problem. Yes, now I have the rest of my day all to myself. After asking her mom, Zoe crossed the street to Katie's house and spent the rest of the day there. Afterwards, she came back home and ate dinner. It had been the end of another day, and Zoe went to bed. The next day, Zoe woke up feeling pressure on her tummy. Johnny, get off, she demanded. But it's warm here, Johnny explained. Max is warm too, you know.
Yeah, I'm warm. Michael.
Yeah.
I like the idea of B episode. I liked it. The idea of B.
Uh-huh.
It was
That's a pretty
amazing.
interesting thing you say.
I know where's BFDI 6, but I like the idea of B episode. I like it.
Of a B episode?
Yeah. And why is it coming late? Idea of B too.
Because we've got a lot of schoolwork to do, and we also had Comic-Con too. Just a lot of stuff.
You can't disturb Michael while he's reading. It's like screaming at a piano performance.
And it's
But
coming
you just
December
did.
1st. Hey, and idea
Yeah.
Really, Johnny asked? He went over to check if it was true. At school that day, Zoe's class was having a science test. This is going to be easy, Katie whispered to Zoe. Not for me. I forgot to study, Zoe whispered. Oh, that's too bad. Well, do the best you can. I sure hope it's easy. I hate getting Fs. A few hours later, after Zoe took the test, she saw the grade she got. Well, it's not bad for a person who didn't study, assured Katie, but it's terrible for someone who did study, and now my mom will be angry with me, Zoe explained.
No.
Calm down, Zoe. It's just one test.
What's going to happen to
There will be many others you can take and get A's on.
Michael.
Many to study, you're right, but you don't need to get nervous over a test. It's not the absolute most important thing in the whole world. I just hope my mom won't kill me. She won't. Zoe got home 30 minutes after school ended. She was afraid her mom would kill her. Wendy opened the door and stepped outside. There you are, she said. Where have you been? Zoe just shrugged. She didn't want her mother to find out about her test grade. She had to say something, so she thought. Otherwise, her mom would get suspicious. So she blurted out, well, I should get going. My homework... No time to... What did you get on that science test? Wendy interrupted. Zoe told her grade in a squeak. She told the truth, because if she didn't, her mom would soon find out, and she would be very angry with her for the grade and for lying.
Oh, snap.
For a moment, Wendy just stood there. It was as if she was trying to soak up what she just heard. Suddenly, she shouted, a C minus? That's terrible. Are you going to kill me now?
A C minus?
Yeah, C minus is pretty bad.
No, that's like
for someone who
like amazing.
For someone who studied. Well, this is Carrie wrote this. Carrie wrote this. I'm going to blame Carrie for this. Wendy sighed and walked back into the house. Well, Zoe repeated. Her mother did not answer. Finally, Zoe entered the house. Johnny was sitting by the front door on a wooden stool. He looked at her, but didn't say anything. Why would Johnny care? Zoe thought to herself. Maybe he's worried about school. Max was lying quietly on the couch. Everyone seemed so quiet and sad about Zoe's grade. Wait, Zoe suddenly realized. Max wouldn't know about my grade. Zoe walked back to where Johnny was. Why is Max so down? She asked him. Did you wear him out like you did with me? Johnny didn't say anything. I'm just kidding, Johnny. She gave him a playful nudge. You know why Max is so quiet? I think he's sick. Zoe walked over to Max. She petted him. Let's take him to the vet, she decided.
No, let's do it.
Chapter 3, at the vet. Are we there yet? Johnny asked. No, Zoe shouted. Why not? Johnny whined. Max whispered. Why not? Johnny repeated. Max whimpered again. Well, why not? Okay, we're here, Zoe proclaimed as the car drove into the small parking lot. Hey, I remember this place, Johnny exclaimed. We drive by here every time we go to Safe Path.
Rude.
It wasn't a very parking lot, only had room for 10 or so cars, and the building, which was bright yellow, wasn't much bigger than a house. Around the building were a few short shrubs that looked greenish yellow. Right as his mom parked the car, Johnny leaped out of the car and started sprinting for the building. Suddenly, he stopped and ran back for Max. He grabbed Max and pulled him up. Then he slowly and carefully walked toward the building again.
I don't know.
You know, Johnny, he's a puppy, so he isn't that heavy, Zoe stated. Yeah, he is, Johnny shouted back while entering the building. Inside, there was just a waiting room, a hallway, a restroom, and 2 checkup rooms. I asked. We wait, Wendy answered. I don't like waiting. And we have to be quiet. I don't like being quiet. What did I say? All right, Johnny whined. He was very reluctant. Zoe sat down. Sit down right there, she said, patting a seat right next to her. Why? Johnny asked. Just do it.
Hey, Michael.
All right. He sat down. There were about
Michael
10
was-
people with their pets. Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Michael, what up?
What's going on?
Michael.
Yeah. What's going on?
Do you watch Inanimate Insanity?
Hell no.
I don't have
to. No.
I don't watch a lot of.
Woo.
I don't really watch any
You
logic
know
shows.
Animate
I know Carrie watches a
Epic
few of them,
likes- You know
but
Animate Epics like your show?
I honestly don't know what the other object show creators
Hey,
think about other shows.
You know
there's like
And
billions of
I'm a
them.
prime example of that because I don't really know much about their
Wait,
object
where did Carrie go?
shows. He's out of the room because he doesn't want me reading this story, but I think it's a really good
Went
story.
back to the kitchen where you belonged.
Michael.
I also
Yes.
think it's a good story. I think you should publish it.
You know Animation Epic likes your show?
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I think
Adamcast.
it really is a good thing when people like our show. It just feels good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna try to read this. I'm gonna try to make as few mistakes as I can.
Michael,
It's not easy to do.
Michael.
I don't have a lot
Don't
of
be
experience.
rude. Let him read.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
this
him
is-
read. I
I
want to
think-
know the Bible.
Soon enough, I might have to mute you. Oh, people can mute each other? That's crazy.
Why is it the Bible? What is the
This
Bible?
is the Bible. You didn't know
This
that?
is A River of Trash by Carrie
Oh,
Wong.
he's lying. It's the Bible.
All right, keep that down. There were about 10 people with their pets in the waiting room. Do we have to wait for all these people to go in and out? Johnny complained. Yes, we do, answered Wendy. Aww! What did I say? After an hour, it was finally time for the vet to check on Max. Well, I hear you aren't feeling well, the vet, Mrs. Johnson said, as if Max could actually understand her. Ha, Johnny laughed. You said well twice. Wendy frowned. So did Mrs. Johnson. What's so funny about that? Zoe asked. Johnny frowned. Okay, let's just get to it, Zoe demanded. Mrs. Johnson started checking on Max. A few minutes later, Mrs. Johnson had the result. He seems fine, she said, except there seems to be a scratch in his throat. What have you been feeding him? Oh, puppy wuppy yum yums and pup snacks, Wendy answered. And nails, Johnny added. Ah, Mrs. Johnson said. Don't feed him nails. That's probably the problem. He should be fine if you just stop feeding him nails. He's kidding, Zoe explained. Okay, then. Do you think it's possible that Max eats things without you knowing? No,
Yes.
was Wendy's answer. Do you let him outside without anyone watching him? Yeah,
Hell
Wendy
yeah.
answered. He gets cranky if we don't let him in our backyard and let him have his privacy. He might be eating something he's not supposed to eat when you're not watching. Oh, I never thought about that. I suppose that's why he's not feeling well. I just can't think of what he could be eating that isn't good for him. Maybe it's the grass. What else is in your backyard? I
Grass.
can't seem to remember anything in the backyard. Why don't you go home and try looking for what he could have possibly have eaten? That sounds good to me. Chapter 4, in the backyard. Johnny asked. They were still in the car driving home. This thing picks up
How many
really fast.
chapters are
It's
there?
gonna be.
There's not.
That's a good question.
There's not chapter.
I don't know,
there's
but
acts.
we're about halfway through. No, his mom answered. How much longer? According to the GPS, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That long? Johnny complained. I don't want to wait that long. Why can't we go faster at all? I'm tired of just waiting and waiting. Johnny, 2 minutes and 30 seconds isn't very long. Yes, it is. I can't hold my breath for that long. Want to try? Zoe asked. No, no! Johnny screamed as Zoe clamped his nose and mouth shut. Johnny screamed. Zoe, let go of Johnny's mouth right now, ordered Wendy. Zoe explained. Zoe, let go now, or you're grounded for a month. Zoe let go. Ah, Johnny said. That feels a lot better. Gee, I never realized how good it felt to breathe. And gee, I never realized how annoying you are. Actually, I did, Zoe mumbled. Zoe! You're so mean, Johnny shouted. Max whimpered. How much longer? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know now. 1 minute and 30 seconds, Wendy said, reading the GPS. Max whimpered really loudly. Uh-oh, Johnny said. What's going on? I'm worried. What if Max dies? I'm really worried. Someone
I'm
please.
dead.
Anyone, what's going on? He stuck his head out the car window. Hey, you, do you know? He climbed back in. He rolled his eyes at me. He's so mean. Max coughed up a piece of candy wrapper. Oh, that's all, said Johnny. Hey, the candy wrapper says himshies. Yum.
You know
He
what else
licked
is a
it.
candy wrapper?
That's not important, his mother said. What's important is that he coughed up something that he's not supposed to eat. Oh. Zoe thought about this. Why would Max eat a candy wrapper? Could it be that Max likes eating candy wrappers? No, I know for a fact that Max hates wrappers. Maybe he was hungry and ate the chocolate with the wrapper on, but dogs aren't supposed to eat chocolate, and Max hates it anyway. This confused Zoe. He couldn't understand anything. Nothing made any sense. Well, we're home, Wendy stated, interrupting Zoe's thoughts. Finally, Johnny shouted. He jumped out of the car and ran inside. Zoe followed him. Her mother followed her. Now, Zoe, you'll get 2 things, and I only get 1. I skipped a page. This is a really good story. It's going to get really good soon. In the backyard, Wendy saw a rock, a small tree, a creek, and a ditch. I can't believe I forgot all these things, she exclaimed. Well, let's get to work. What do we do? Johnny asked.
Hey.
Oh, we just find something in this backyard that might be making Max sick. Here it is, Zoe exclaimed. She was pointing to the creek flowing through their backyard. Wendy went to look. Holy cow, she shouted. I've never heard you say that before, Zoe stated. Still, look at this. I can't believe it. In the creek, there was so much trash you could barely see the bottom of the creek. There were 6-packs, used tissues, paper, moldy food, cans, bottles, and candy wrappers of every color. Hey, look, Johnny shouted when he arrived. Yam by the yards, pop pebbles, and himshies. Hey, that's right, Wendy exclaimed. Himshies, that's what Max coughed up. This must be what made Max sick, because he drank out of the creek. Hey, you're right, Zoe shouted. So what do we do? Do we do what I think we do, which is to block the fence so Max can't get to the water? Johnny asked. You said do 5 times and we 3 times. Zoe shouted half-heartedly, imitating Johnny from earlier.
The movie was bad.
Johnny frowned. Sometimes I can't understand how you kids keep track of all the do's and we's in a sentence, Wendy said. Oh, it's our special talent, Zoe explained. See, now you're acting silly. Well, do we put up a fence on the creek or not? Johnny asked. I want to know. No, I think that's such a good idea.
Losing.
We don't give Max very much liquid, although we should, but he seems to stay hydrated. He must be drinking out of the creek. It's probably Max's favorite place to drink. Also, that would block half of our backyard. Yeah, Johnny, Zoe sneered. So what do we do? I can't think of what we would do, Johnny asked. You said do 3 times and we 2 times, Zoe said, imitating Johnny again. Still, what do we do? Johnny asked. Why don't we clean up the creek? Wendy asked. Zoe and Johnny groaned. You can have Katie over to help. Zoe smiled and Johnny groaned. You can have ice cream afterward, Johnny. Why don't I get ice cream? Zoe whined. Okay, you all get ice cream. Now Zoe will get 2 things and I only get 1, Johnny complained. Sure, Johnny. You can have your best friend over too. Who is your best friend anyway?
Me.
Max!
Yay, I was right.
No one. I don't go to school. Which is why you should go to school, Zoe added. Johnny frowned. What would you like, Johnny? Wendy asked. Buy me a tennis ball so I can play with Max. Okay. Chapter 5, Cleaning the Creek. Well, if you pay attention, Mia can't say the W sound. When she says water, she says otter. Really, Katie? I thought she couldn't say the y sound. I don't think she can say that either, Zoe. I think she pronounces r as z too. Instead of you're weird, she says as eased. Wendy looked up from her trash bag. Are you cleaning while talking? Yes, Zoe and Katie answered, who had just started picking up the trash. Ew, I'm not picking up that, Katie complained, pointing to a used tissue. Yuck, Zoe shouted. What is it? Johnny asked, getting up from looking at the creek. He came over to where the girls were standing. Ooh, cool, Johnny exclaimed, and he immediately picked up the tissue. Boys are gross, Katie said.
That's sexist.
Oh, especially Ron Hubble, our neighbor. What do you know? By now, the girls had stopped picking up the trash. He's been on TV. He was on this crazy show where people dare each other to do these crazy things. And someone dared Ron to do this thing, and he did it. What? What did he do? Katie asked. She had to know. She was the curious kind of girl. Oh, you wouldn't want to know. Okay, if you really want to know, he swam in a pool of fresh, bubbly, chunky, sticky, yellowish vomit. Gross! Why did you have to tell me? Wendy noticed the girls stopped working again. Zoe and Katie, stop talking to each other. If you stop working one more time, I'm going to have to send Katie home.
across the street?
Zoe asked.
That is where Katie lives, isn't it?
Is it over?
He left. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Never mind.
Oh, it's the last. This last chunk of pages. Wendy inspected it. Oh, you know what? No, I can't read this anymore. I'm gonna put this online so you can read it.
Yay!
Normal page.
Yay, we're done. Okay. You
Oh
know,
my God.
this is a BFDI live stream, so let's talk about BFDI.
Yeah, let's talk BFDI.
All right.
Yeah.
I think
Talk about it.
this show is like my favorite sitcom.
Oh my God.
BFDI is my favorite show overall.
I'm sorry for reading that book. Oh my God.
I know. It was like an hour
Yeah.
long.
It's a really long. It's a good story. It's worth it when you finish it.
can come back now.
Yeah, I'm your favorite guy can come back.
You'll never come back.
Well, let's do a Q&A.
Online.
How about an FAQ?
I'll never be on the internet ever
Also known as a FAQ.
N-A-Q. N-I-Q. Let's get an N-I-Q.
What's over here? Oh, this is where we left off.
Oh, we can't see the screen. Your picture's taking up the majority of the space.
I've been drawing.
As it should be.
Oh boy, are we gonna see you make an asset?
Yes, let's make an asset.
What is a wind token?
What? Okay, you guys. You guys in the chat, you guys who have been sticking through the most difficult thing where you have to watch it without ever being heard. Now you can be heard because I'm going to look at the chat and you guys will say what asset you want to
I'm
be
gonna
made.
chat in the chat so you can see me.
Let's make an asset of an ass.
I'm not doing the voices. I'm not doing them. Don't. I respect.
Hey,
I respect.
Can you see my message? Wait, hold on. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's there.
So far, Visual Cricket says to make a toothbrush.
Shameless advertising.
Oh, chicken nugget. Let's do a chicken nugget because it's super easy.
Oh yeah,
Here.
chicken nugget. I don't know. Chicken nugget.
Oh, chicken
So,
nuggets good. I vote for that.
I'm just gonna start by making this like polygon thing, and you curve it.
How would
This
you?
is my usual plan.
Can you make a helmet next?
Yeah, I'll make a helmet.
Priorities.
So probably if I wanted to make, I'm just gonna make a blob, smooth it out. This is just the way that Flash works.
Oh,
It
I
just
love
encourages
the
you to
thing
do
where
stuff
it, like,
this way.
snaps it into a round thing.
Hi, I'm making an asset. I
What
stopped
I
reading
do
the
is
book.
I
I didn't
use
even
the
finish
circle
it.
tool and then just use that to like make the blob and stuff like that.
Usually assets are best if you draw it beforehand, so that way you don't get stuck in the sort of, you don't let the software make the decisions. Like
Yeah, that's what I kind of do sometimes.
since you're in the software, you sort of do what's easiest for the tools for you to do. But when you draw it beforehand, the design is first and foremost.
Is that what you did for the
about
IDF
this lump.
TLC characters?
Yeah, I actually have drawings of them.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
They're so
I don't know what to do about this chicken nugget. here.
modern. I like it.
There's a lump. There's a lump. And what should the color be? Here,
It
let's
should
pick
be
nice
a
color.
darkish
We're gonna,
brown. Look up
let's-
McDonald's
I don't-
chicken nuggets. They're natural and fresh.
McDonald's.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken
McDonald's.
nuggets.
McDonald's. It's McDonald's.
He took my suggestion. I feel so appreciated.
Appreciated. Tud. Good. I want to know. Ba, 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 ba. I'm loving it.
I'm hating it.
Yo, give me your.
Have you guys seen
Wow,
Supersize Me?
the design toys.
Who that?
That's good enough.
I draw
Maybe
lines
I'll do
as
that.
so it's a better
That's
way
good.
than drawing circles.
Making the ally darker than the bill. Maybe make it less saturated. The usual bulletproof way to do it is just put transparent black on top of it and then sample that color. There's just no good way to mix colors in Flash.
The new Flash doesn't let you sample it like that
And we
anymore.
fill
It's
it.
really getting under my skin.
I like have this
Oh my
option,
gosh!
like,
Wow.
the brightness lower. That's what I usually do. There's like a thing to expand the color or something. I don't know.
And then usually just interpolating it to black makes it look pretty flat. So then I would adjust it somehow. Maybe turn up the red a little bit. Turn down the blue. No, the blue needs to come back up.
Yeah, when you try to do that, it just takes the transparent
Guys,
black.
I'm gonna do something on the.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Flash is such a sterile environment that they should do whatever they can to increase like whatever will make it most organic. They
I use
shouldn't.
CS6, so.
They should like encourage mixing
By
and,
the way, I was just
and all
drawing.
sorts
I
of
was
operations.
Well, if you layer it inside enough symbols, it like gives up and just lets you sample. But it's too much effort.
BFDI.
I'd like to give a shout out to my homeboy Tantusar for being such a nice person.
I would shout out.
I like Tantusar.
I know he's such a homeboy.
I'm gonna meet Tantusar at TwelveCon 2018, which is gonna happen in Australia.
In Tantmania.
Yeah, it
I'm
has.
not going to Australia.
Okay, I gotta add some shading.
Shading.
Do some of that. And then if you
This is so cool.
okay, and then if you use the move tool and you hold down Alt, I think, yeah, you can add an extra point
Whoa!
like that.
This changes everything.
But if you're in the line tool, for instance, you hold down Control to get back temporarily into the move tool. Then you can hold down Alt from there and make a point, but you're still in line tool the whole time. So like,
I don't know if I'm too sure about this. Can you go
you can see I'm staying in line tool right now, but then you hold down Control, you get back into move tool temporarily. As you're holding down Control, if you hold down Alt 2, then you get into the line tool, and now you can add these extra points and stuff.
My life is forever changed.
So I'm holding down Control right now because I'm still in line tool, but this is what brings me temporarily into move tool.
I tried to
Okay, yeah, I'm almost done with
style
this.
and I made a helmet. I want you to
Okay.
make me see if I'm accurate.
It's accurate. Red or right?
Can I find out a voice for them? I'm good at that stuff.
Red or right? Red or right?
I make a voice for them. It'll probably be terrible though, because
Which one would be red
Yeah,
or
it's good
right?
enough. And then I'll just take this, make it darker, but this isn't really darker. It's also more saturated, which isn't so good. And there's our shading. It actually looks not so bad.
Ooh,
doesn't look like a chicken nugget though. So
these
I
to
think-
make like the
let's make it look a little
crunchy,
rough or whatever.
delicious sensation of a Butterfinger.
Well, this is not a Butterfinger; it's a chicken nugget, so it's okay.
Crispy, crunchy, peanut butter tokens. Nobody's gonna eat my win token.
Good enough. There's your chicken nugget. Whatever.
My Butterfinger. Nobody's gonna lay up.
Okay, helmet time. Helmet time.
Yay!
Let's make a helmet. I don't know. I don't even know what helmets look like. Here's your helmet.
On like helmet online. I do like I did a motorcycle helmet.
Here's your finished.
Wow.
Oh, here's your finished.
And you deleted everything.
There you go.
Dude, make a Daft Punk helmet.
Oh no! I wanted better. I'm so off.
It's a green. What was it again? Green something.
Yeah,
green.
I wanted a motorcycle helmet. Like just like for safety. Oh, that's too hip and hop. I want it to be normal.
Hip and hop. Hit the hop.
Aww.
Bow wow.
Now I'm gonna be way.
I'll
Now
just trace this.
I was thinking of an army helmet.
Trace. Add line there. Add line there.
Well,
Add
since I was the
line.
cop, that's his helmet. This is gonna be his voice now. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we got those basic lines down, then we curve them. It's the way that Flash encourages you to do stuff, it seems. Curve, let's collapse that.
Okay, now I have a list of things I want you to draw.
I have a list of things I want.
Okay, so the first one is a fan. Your second one is a blind. Your second
I drew
one
a fan.
Third one is a
There are
blanket.
2 second ones.
Your fourth one is a recorder. Your fifth one is an iPhone.
What's
Your
your
sixth
sixth
one
one?
is a painting. You got that in your memory. You have to do all of these. Is the White House, the ABC logo. Your ninth one, a window.
Hold on, I can do the ABC
Your
logo.
10th one, let's see, is a book, but not book, a different book. Different just because I want it to. No, I'm not a religious person. Therefore.
No, but you were just reading
Is
the
it
Bible.
four?
Here's your ABC logo.
12th is hey, did the 12th is a plate. The 13th one is a paper plate. The 14th one is the Lego movie set, but except like I don't know which one.
Yeah, the Lego movie set. I like it.
Let's see. Okay, this list is way too long. It's like all the way to my door. So.
Alright, the 17th
Oh yeah,
one
you have
should
to
be
do door as well. You better do door.
17th one should be BFDI A6.
They already did
Yeah.
productions.
BFDI 6, yeah. There's your Daft Punk helmet. There's your other helmet. There's your chicken nugget. There's your ABC logo.
Oh no, ABC.
I don't know. It's just something about making these is just kind of draining. I don't know. It's like
The chicken nugget looks more like a potato, to be honest.
How about PBS?
This is just like that live stream from 2013 where you made the mustache look all fancy and then like you immediately drew a scribble for the stapler.
I know. There's just something of it's. There's a lot of friction that it feels like in making these because you just have to think because it's. I think it's Flash's drawing environment. The way you can't trust anything in Flash, it'll change all of your Bezier curves on you. You'll draw a shape that has 5 points. You'll come back to it and it has like 50 points that it just automatically adds. Can't trust anything. You have to like be very dainty about it because you can't be sure that your shape is gonna stay the same as it was the last time you touched it.
Have you ever thought of upgrading?
All versions of Flash do this. Yeah, so it's if it were a little more like Illustrate.
Have you ever thought of like finding a better program?
Flash rules everything, kind of. I don't. Maybe like I don't know if what Toon Boom or was it or Anime Studio. I don't know if they do vector stuff. I feel like Flash kind of lives in the world of vectors. So I'm really kind of constrained here. I don't know. Here you go. I think this stream has come to an end. I think we've done all that can be done. Everything, every
Oh
single
no,
point.
don't end it now. Look at those mouses. Oh yeah, dance.
We stay in the video call and just stop.
Let's look at these guys. These guys are cool.
Hey, it's me.
These guys are cool.
Ew, that is a bad influence on my children. I am going to sue you for nudity.
This is a bad influence on my grandma. She's right behind me and has a gun pointed to my head.
Blue Fiery, I'm your best friend and I'm better than Fiery. Ah, it's me, three-eyed Coiny. Now I'm four-eyed Coiny. I can multiply my eyes. Oh, I think I can do that too. Yeah, now I'm four-eyed Coiny. What are you gonna do about it? Oh no, I have competition. Whatever shall I do? Now I have two mouths, and one of them is upside down. What are you going to do about that? That is some real competition right here. Oh no, Firey's better than me. That is a fact. Oh, what do I do? What do I do?
What are you doing, man?
Very bad. Whatever. I'm ruined for my life.
This is how we make new characters in BFDI. We just take existing ones and modify them like that.
This is how Spore was made. No, this is how No Man's Sky was
But
made.
as a book, which makes me
Let's
better.
play Spore.
Now I'm the best one here. Now actually, I'm the best one here. Oh right, Firey's better than me. What will I do? There's nothing I can do.
This was one
I'm really bad right now.
Oh,
And now
red
I'm red,
Coiny.
which makes me better because red is a better color than blue. No, that is not a fact. Blue is a better color than red. It makes people happier and better and a lot better. And now I have a bracelet thing around my stomach, which makes me a lot better because I have more detail, which is amazing and a lot better
Here
than
we
you
go.
ever
We're gonna
will
play
be
Spore.
ever. Oh no, what do I do? I am being competition, and now whatever shall I do? I have nothing more to do. I am just blue fire. I was better than Coiny, but now I'm not, and I'm really sad. I'm very, very sad. Whatever shall I do? I am very sad. Hey guys, it's me, Pen. I'm turning into now I'm a box. I'm a pen box.
Just kidding, it's me,
Best
Hillary.
Pen box ever you will ever see. The best pen box.
Oh no!
Pen and eraser combo.
No, we have more competition. Whatever. Fiery, this is a bad thing. I was the best, but now Pen is becoming better. There's nothing I can do about it, but there should be something I can do about it. I have a butt that's funny and not gross, but it's hilarious and funny, which is funny. I also have a butt, which is also hilarious and funny and lols, which makes me happy because it is a good. Now I have 3 butts. Oh, well, I had 3 butts first. Oh, no. Well, I am better than you because I just am. Oh, well, now I have 4 butts. What are you going to do about that, huh? Now I have 4. What are you going to do? I am better than you. I have a butt that looks like a hand, and now I have 5, which is literally a hand. Now it looks more like a foot. Oh, no, I have very real competition, but I can increase butts and it will be. Oh yeah, I have a huge butt now, which is very big.
What are we even talking about?
That's knowledge.
And it is the best you will ever see in your entire life. I am better than you. Oh, now I'm sad because
now you got
sad
into the
now
right.
because you are better than me now. I'm very sad. And now my eye turned into a thing. What am I going to do? I do not like this. Oh no, my body moved. Oh, it's back now.
Top 10
I
anime
really
fights.
do not like this. I don't like my face. My face is not nice. I really don't. Well, I'm still better than you. I have 5 butts. You only have 3, and it looks very
see what else is
inappropriate.
in the-
It looks like a fox.
Can we switch to someone else?
I have no memory of this. This is pretty cool. It's a good demonstration of what the BFDI assets have to offer. Here, what else is here?
That's how it works, huh? We're adding on in a weird way.
Hey, look at this. This is a screenshot from
What is this?
2010.
What is a win token?
This is from January 2010. I was making episode 2.
Oh, I remember.
Hey, Pin, you just got a win token.
Whoa! Win token. I want to know.
It's a
win token.
This was an extension I used to use that had different
win token.
using
It's a
options.
It's a
It was
win.
really good, but it never worked.
It's the win.
Look at that. You see this? Doesn't this make
Oh
you
my
nostalgic?
God, Shiny Chrome before flat design.
Oh, I remember that.
His icon.
That was
Remember
nice.
Flash 8? That makes me very much nostalgic. That's a cool mouse.
Despite using the same stuff.
Oh, look, there's Norton 360. There's a uTorrent. I had a laptop, so I had a battery.
Torrent. You pirate stuff?
And then
Volume.
it was 523.
5.
I pirate everything. Yeah, BFDI I was pirated. What else is here? Oh boy, let's play Spore.
Oh my god, what the heck was that?
I would totally watch your Let's Play.
It's a cool new game.
Probably top.
We're gonna, I have a cool creature that I want to show you guys.
Or I know you guys have been requesting a lot of.
This is my original character.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So.
You're playing Spore.
I have a cool character. It's gonna appear next in BFDI. It's gonna be really good. Here, let's get back to where we were.
To play
It's gonna be really good.
Is this
Let's see what
stream going
our
to
chat has to say.
on BFDI?
What was the last time I played this?
Jack and Jellify forever.
Last time I played this was a long time ago.
Because, or at least the end.
Here we go.
Because it was.
Oh yeah, this is my character. It's pretty good, right?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's hard to see.
Okay,
Here, let's.
What is the monstrosity? I cannot see.
Here we go.
Hey.
Here's our character. Pretty good, isn't it? I don't know if you can tell, but it's really good.
That is gross and disgusting.
Wait a minute. Is that the creepy voice from
That's
the
gross.
vision from the Science Museum?
Oh.
Looks like it might be the shady.
We're a gaming channel now.
Voice was Orange Carrie. I can confirm that. You have to watch it as well.
I did it.
Confirm that it is Orange Carrie. Yeah, it's like
We have a lot of fun. Yeah, we're done with that.
An audience here.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've never watched WoW.
You should watch TWOW, and in a short amount of time, you're gonna participate in TWOW because it's gonna be open for everybody to play.
And it's there's gonna be like 16 more episodes because you guys are suspensing it. Well, Carrie is suspensing it. You're not working on 12, but you make prompts harder.
Words of wisdom. 10
Yeah.
words of wisdom.
Okay.
Which made wisdom.
A lot
10
of
words.
are requesting Nut Shack, so here you go. Okay, that's it. Bye.
Okay, we're done. Bye.
Dingers.
Bye.